I'm muted. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Captain Cringe. I hope you're doing well. Have you seen my new prized possession? This is probably for another day though. But I do have this. Anyway, I hope you're doing well on this Sunday afternoon. I hope you're
capitalistic propaganda.
I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Glass Record, thank you for following. Let me see if there's anyone else that I missed. Nope, that was it.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
What is it? Oh no. This, my friend, is one of the greatest comic books ever written. This is Sonichu. Are you not familiar with Sonichu? The epic hero of legend? Go, Sonichu. Go out and zap to the extreme.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
I
capitalism.
will. Thank you, Father. Bellstar. Okay, but can we, like, empathize with Chris Chan and feel bad, though? Yes. My take, and I don't really want to go over this today, although I do want to at some point. But we're not, that's the point. We're not going to make fun of Christine. Because unlike a lot of people on the internet, in regard to Sonichu, I think Sonichu is a piece of art. And I say that with the smallest hint of irony that I could possibly say. This is the truest form of someone expressing themselves. And I have nothing but sympathy and empathy for Christine. Because, oh boy. Yeah. If you don't know, someone basically, if you really don't know what Sonichu is, a few people might not at this point. There are plenty of YouTube videos about it, but a lot of them are very mean. Sonichu is an OC character created by Christine Weston Chandler, who is a trans woman. You know, hand-drawn, and the premise is a Pikachu gets struck by Supersonic, and the Pikachu turns into Sonichu. Sonichu being a mashup of the two characters of Pikachu and Sonichu. But the thing is, the comic isn't really about Sonichu as much as it is about Christine's real life problems that are very, very sad and very, very depressing. Christine is a fellow trans woman, and yeah, she was not out when these first comics came out, and hoo boy, the repression in some of this stuff is just mind-boggling. It is like, let me give you an example. Christine, who's still, and I only say this because this is still something she goes by, so I'm not dead naming. She calls herself this, even on her, like, Twitter, it's still this. Chris Chan, right? And a villain in Sonichu is, oh god, how do you pronounce it? Nazirk something? Something Nazirk. Anyway, the villain's name is just Christine's Chris Chan backwards. And this character is an evil version of Christine, but their thing, and bear in mind, this is before coming out, so these characters are both presenting as male. And something Nazirk, whatever the opposite of Chris Chan is, it's like evil opposite Chris Chan is gay. So yeah, it's very yikes. It's very yikes, but it provides a really, really weird insight into this troubled person's life. But that's a whole bag of worms. A bag of worms. That's not the phrase. But yeah, if we do cover Sonichu at any point, we're not making fun of Christine. Christine's had enough, like, stuff happen, you know? People who mess with Christine are so mean, and I understand the draw, because trolls are looking for someone who reacts strongly to what they do, and Christine has always been one to react very, very strongly. She doesn't have a clear view on the world. She's basically at this point delusional. She thinks herself to be a literal goddess, and that the world of Sonichu, if you're not caught up with what's going on with Christine and Sonichu,
That's right.
Christine
Propaganda.
believes the world of Sonichu is real now, in real life. She believes Sonichu and everyone in Sonichu are real people, and that this thing called the dimensional merge is going to happen, and it's going to combine the realm of fiction with the realm of reality. Yeah, she's not holding on to, you know, reality very well. Okay, but can we, like, oh, I already read that one. Thank you, goddamn Gav, for following. But yeah, that's what Sonichu is. I really didn't get this for the stream or anything. I just thought it'd be funny to show. I have a real genuine interest in Sonichu, just because it is so bewildering. It is such an honest, like, non-cynical, like, this is Christine putting her heart out there and legit trying to, like, make a comic book. And I just find it enthralling. And of course there are parts that I laugh at because the writing is not great. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's get to the other screen. Now that that bit's over, oh, I gotta put the actual internet up. Hold on. Window captcha. Okay. Can Christine be helped? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Christine has never had a real job, I don't think. And, she's supported, I think, a lot by both government assistance, which is fine. I honestly think there are people who, like, make fun of Christine and say, like, oh, she should get a job. And it's like, guys, Christine is not a functional person. And again, I say this with all sympathy and empathy. Like, Christine is not a functional person who could hold a job. Period. She just can't. She can barely function online. So I'm like, her getting assistance from the government, I think, is completely reasonable. I don't want Christine to become homeless. But she only gets like $600 a month. And she's always lived with her parents. Her father passed away years ago, and now her mom is real old. So, like, when Barb, who's the mom, passes, I do not know what's gonna happen to Christine. And I'm concerned for her, because, like, she's not mentally well. And in this country, what happens to people who aren't mentally well and can't take care of themselves often is they just fall into homelessness and end up dead somewhere. So hopefully someone will be able to get Christine some help. Killarna, thank you for subscribing with a 2-month streak. Windchanter with 10 bits on a scale of Jack Chick to 10. How bad is the writing? Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad. It's so much worse than Chick Tracks. Chick Tracks are comprehensible. Mitchell Drummer with 20 bits. Sniped. Nice. Or prison. Yeah, prison or a mental institution is usually, or homeless. Nowhere good. Let me give you an example of the writing. Trying to find something short that encapsulates. I'll just go to the first page. Hold on, let me switch to this so you can kind of see what's going on. Sonichu's origin. Our story begins in an open field 5 miles. There's a misspelling in the first sentence of the comic. It's supposed to be 5 miles. Our story begins in an open field 5 miles from the city of Station Square, which is under siege by the perfect chaos monster, which happens at the end of Sonic Adventure. If you don't know, that's what this is referencing. While Sonic the Hedgehog ponders over the destruction, a wild boy Pikachu takes notice of the far-off destruction. Pika? I am Christian Weston Chandler, Sonichu's creator and author of the comics. This is his story and nothing less. I think Christine was trying to, like, do a Stan Lee thing here. If you've ever read, like, some Stan Lee comics, especially ones that introduce new characters, occasionally there'll be a pretty fourth wall breaking narration that's like, here's the story of blah, 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 Excelsior, you know? So I assume that's what they're going for. And then we actually have, like, 2 pages of just, like, action with no words, which I think is, like, the only time Christine has ever done this, because the comics get wordier and wordier as it goes on. And then, oh god. Well, let me read you the love bit. Eventually, Sonichu runs into Rosachu, who is the love interest. So at this point they've already met and they're gonna have like a romantic tryst, okay? Isn't the night sky romantic? It sure is. This panel bothers me because it's written like a manga where it's right to left instead of left to right. But only that panel, weirdly. I could just sit here and look at it for hours with you. Yeah, but then we'd fall asleep together, and I wouldn't have it any other way, Rosie. Oh, Sonichu, I'm so happy with you. I love you. And I love you, Rosachu, as often as birds tweet. You are my lovely heart sweet. Oh, Sonichu. And then they kiss under fireworks. Heart sweet. Very unique way of writing. Is painful. Yeah. Did I make this? I did not make this. You know what? I wish I could ever make something as popular in my entire life as Sonichu. Sonichu is a meme. Sonichu is a popular comic online, even though it's for ironic reasons. Like, I wish I could be as successful as Christine Weston Chandler. Lumos Nocturne, part of my soul left my body, you monster. Yeah, and this is crazy. This is issue 0, and currently I think they're on issue 17. This has been coming out for 20 years, and they've done like 18 issues. More recently in the comic, Nazi I can't make this up. Okay, so the town in the comic is called Quickville. It's a fictional town. Christine is the mayor of Quickville. And in the comic, she's, of course, transitioned like she has in real life. But recently in Quickville, in the more recent issues, Nazi Germany invaded Quickville. So, like, the comics go off the rails real quick. Have I looked into Temple OS? I've seen the Down the Rabbit Hole video on it. Oh, and also, this is a weird thing. The reason that Nazi Germany can invade the town in Sonichu is because, like, 15 issues in, this is like 15 years into the comic book's existence, it is revealed that this comic takes place in a universe where Russia won the Cold War, and for some reason Nazi Germany still exists. It's not something that's brought up until it's brought up in, like, issue 15, like 15 years into the comic. See, and that's the thing. Like, we laugh, but I love that. The insanity of Sonichu is why I love it. It's a beautiful disaster, and we should all appreciate it, okay? We should all appreciate this piece of art. This is art, you fucks. Get some taste. God. Did any Sega characters go fash? Not that I'm aware of. Oh, weirdly too, Christine has a very I swear we'll get to the other cringe in a minute. I'm just talking about this because I don't know if we'll ever talk about this again. I'm very, very trepidatious on ever covering this in depth and actually reading the comic because it so easily slips into dunk it on Christine.
There's
And
nothing
I
funny
don't,
about the tools
I'm
of
not
capitalism.
into that. That sounds awful, and that's mean, considering she's, like, not a functional person, and she has no touch with reality at this point. But, like,
There's
oh, I
nothing
lost my
funny
train of
about
thought.
the tools of capitalism.
It's a fantastic read. It's all available online if you want to check it out sometime. What did you just walk into? Something amazing. Does that mean chick tracks are art? Weirdly, yes. Weirdly, yes. I think they are. Like, they're not good. Being good is different than being art, right? Like, this is an honest expression of Christine Chandler's vision for this thing. It talks about real life events that happen in Christine's life. Like, okay, there's one more thing I'll go over. Okay. So, Christine, this is sub-episode 1, Christine Chandler and the Jerkoptastrophes. Christine calls mall cops, security guards, jerkops. Because what Christine would do before she transitioned, I don't believe she does this anymore, she would go into the mall with a sign that said something like, I'm like a virgin, I'm a virgin, please date me, something along those lines. And he would solicit people at the mall. This was something that she was obsessed with. This was something she was absolutely obsessed with back in the day. And if anyone wants to know, Christine Chandler, no longer a virgin with rage. Not a virgin anymore. Not that that's anyone's business, but since she actually came out and said that, and it's such a huge part of the comic, it bears talking about. Anyway, so I'll just read this section and then we'll move on. It's under my kilt with a sub. Thank you. Love quest for a boyfriend-free girl. Yeah, Christine had this thing that she called the infinitely high boyfriend factor, which was because every time they went up to someone in public and were like, do you want to go on a date? You know, I'm a virgin. And she also wore a Sonichu medallion at all times that she made herself with Crayola model magic. Which is why you might see it in some of these shots. See the medallion? That's a real thing that Christine would wear. And, oh god, I lost my train of thought again. Anyway, she would walk up and solicit people, and people at the mall, the guards, were like, hey, you can't do this. We're a mall. Please stop. And, she got handcuffed at one point on a date that is kind of funny. But I'll get to that. And she immortalized this by fictionalizing it here. Instead of getting handcuffed by a security guard, though, Christian turns into Chris Chan Sonichu and beats up the guy. You can't... Let me see if I can find it online. I didn't mean to do this. This is the one thing we'll cover. Jerkoptastrophe. Oh, God. Sonichu. Sub-issue. What are they called? Sub-episode 1. It's on the quickie. There's a whole wiki for this stuff. Let me get to the correct pages. Why did it do the thing? I wanted the, you know. Where do I read it? Come on. Hold on, let me get this to open. I'm already getting warm. I gotta turn a fan on or something. No, just let me read it. God. Okay, here we go. Let me just get to the right page. There's no X-rated banging in this one, unlike the later issues. So this one's fine to show on Twitch. For those who don't know, Sonichu devolves into porn pretty quickly. Okay. Okay, let me turn this music off so we can enjoy this. Make this bigger. Okay.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Windchanter with 10 bits. Had no idea this thing I had seen for 5 seconds on the internet had a name, let alone such deep lore. Yesterday, Snortlings, today, Sonichu. This stream keeps on giving, you know. So this is sub-episode 1. This is at the back end of issue 0, which includes, like, 3 Sonichu stories. This is an ad. Christine will put fake ads for Sonichu merchandise and games and stuff in the comics. Sub-episode 1, Christian Chandler and Jerk-Cop-tastrophe. I feel like I'm doing a chick tract. Well, it's been over a year and 7 months and I still have not attracted a boyfriend-free girl. This love quest makes me suffer from frustration, and the other things that add to that are my loneliness. So many failures in all those men other than myself because they have taken all the pretty girls, leaving me with none to choose from. Oh, I was talking about earlier, the infinitely high boyfriend factor, which Christine would talk about. Every time she would solicit people in public and be like, do you want to go on a date with me? And of course, it's like this stranger with a, you know, what looks like a weird, crudely made Sonic medallion coming up to you, sometimes with a sign that says, like, lonely virgin looking for a boyfriend-free white girl. And so obviously, if you're in that situation, sometimes to brush that person off, you might say, I have a boyfriend. Or maybe many of those people did have boyfriends. The point is, Christine didn't understand this and took this as actually everyone in the world is taken, and that's the only reason people aren't receptive to me walking up to them in the mall and asking to go on a date with them. And those evil jerk-hops won't leave me alone either. I'm just a lonely, frustrated virgin looking for true love. Hey, I'm calling you out. Huh? I'm so sick of your complaints and tears, on and on about how lonely you are and how you need a girlfriend. You're nothing but a lowly liar solicitor. So, just leave me alone, you villainous jerk cop. How dare you, jerk? I am looking for true love and trust. No dice. My fellow jerk cops will fight you and force you to leave. Cuff him. I don't want to fight, but if necessary, I will defend myself. And then we have, again, we have actual scenes without, like, stuff going on in terms of text. The later issues get so bogged down in text. They look awful. So we have, you know, Chris Chan getting out of the handcuffs. He kicks a security guy in the balls. Sorry, she, although the character at this point has not come out of the closet. Kicks the balls. I'd better transform quickly. Electric hedgehog power! The Sonichu medallion, which is later retconned to be the ring, because someone in real life stole the Sonichu medallion and destroyed it. Although I think Christine has made another one. Anyway, Christine can transform into a Sonichu and becomes Chris Chan Sonichu. But it's confusing because this is a blue Sonichu and Sonic is already blue, so it just looks like Sonic. It's kind of confusing. It looks like Sonic with Pikachu ears. Here we go! Let's rock and roll with things that make you go, everybody dance now. And then there's an asterisk explaining that this is a reference to CNC Music Factory, which is, yeah, that is what that is. Okay, now watch me, metal armor equip. And then, you know, the guard does like a Sailor Moon transformation into having armor, and then they fight. Sonichu, Chris Chan, jumps on the head. There's a back missile. Sonichu uses double team. The guy uses a laser beam. Sonichu uses mirror coat. This blows up the armor or something. Oh, Sonichu uses Thunderbolt too. Sonichu uses, like, Pokemon moves. Give up now! Leave me alone and we can end this battle! No way, I'm not done with you yet! Bang! And then Sonichu has, like, a barrier. Some little dialogue in this. Fuzzy Wuzzy gets you hugs. Prickly Wicklies get you slugs. You gave me a slug, so you get my secret ultimate attack. Curse yay! Hame! Ha! Okay, we need to explain the Curse yay Hame Ha. For those of you who are familiar with Dragon Ball, you're gonna be like, oh, it sounds like a Kame Hame Ha. You're correct. But this attack does not do direct damage. The Curse yay Hame Ha just curses you with bad luck. Bad things will happen to you. And this is a thing that Christine, I don't know if she still does, though I'd imagine so, considering she thinks she's a literal goddess at this point, and I mean that seriously. She has delusions, and it's very, very sad, and someone should get her help. She believes that she can actually do this in real life. She thinks she can, by screaming Curse yay Hame Ha and doing like a Dragon Ball, you know, thing, she can actually curse people, and she has done this to people in person, in real life, as well as through the internet. Ha! I didn't feel a thing. Oh, you will. Getting up, slip, woo! Smash. Oh, my glasses! The security guard slipped on a banana peel. Chief, your wife just called. She is divorced and left you. She took all your things and she took your children too. Also, she loathes you for your filthy smoking habit. No! I have cursed you with extreme bad luck and extreme misfortune. This is a Sonichu ball. This is a special Pokeball used for capturing electric or hedgehog-type Pokemon. I don't know why this is here. I don't think this plays into what happens. CWC says, this would not have happened if you had not challenged and threatened me, as well as not leaving me alone with my ever-so-frustrating love quest, calling me a lying solicitor, picked on my methods of attracting a boyfriend-free 18 to current age-year-old girl, whom I can love and trust, and most importantly, handcuffing me on 9/11/2004 for no good reason. I hope that you have learned to never mess with a truly frustrated virgin when he is on a quest for a girlfriend to share true love and trust with. So did mine, and my heart was previously shattered too. And the guy says, my soul hurts. And that's Sonichu. That's issue 0. They're working on issue 17. Although 16 and 15 aren't finished yet. Christine will jump around a lot for some reason. Like, there are literally situations where we have like half an issue that's out, but then Christine will start working on another one. So anyway, very soon, the comics will devolve into even more just talking about stuff that has happened to Christine in real life, and it's all very depressing, but very insightful and very interesting. And, the Sonichus. Oh, there's more than just Sonichu and Rosechu. The rainbow that created Rosechu, also, like, went off and created, like, 60-something other Sonichus. And they all bang each other. And you can, the comic you just see them banging it out in the comic. And I Wind Chanter with 10 bits. I guess I have to find finish my novel now because it's better than this. And if she can finish hers, I can finish mine. Same. Agree. I say this to everyone who is a creative person out there, okay? If you don't think what you have is worthy of being out there and in the public eye, look at this. Okay? This exists. I have this in my hand. This was written by a delusional person. And it's one of the most famous, like, web memes of all time. Okay? Get out there and create your art. Could it be worse than Sonichu? Anyway, I like Sonichu. I really do. It's a piece of art. And I love it. I love it so much. You can buy this on Amazon if you'd like. It's $10. It's not good printing quality, though, just so you know. Like, it literally looks like blown-up JPEGs, and some of the artifacting comes through in the print. But, you know,
funny about the tools
it was literally, like, scanned into a computer by Christine and then posted online. So, like, what are you gonna do, you know? So... Or it's all online for free, if you just want to read it. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. And, I have nothing but compassion for Christine, even though she has done really awful things and said really awful things, really homophobic, really racist stuff that's said in the past. And I'm able to look past those things because she's clearly a non-functional, like, human being. Like, she is not here. She is not in reality. She has no understanding of how the world works. She is someone who should be a ward of the state or something, or like family members should take her in, but they won't because the family members that do exist don't really jive with Christine. So, yeah. Really, really interesting. There's a Down the Rabbit Hole video. There's a whole documentary on YouTube about it. Although, again, I think the coverage of Christine veers into blaming Christine when at the end of the day, a bunch of, like, mostly in touch with reality trolls are basically messing with someone who's, like, a neurodivergent, like, delusional person, and that's not okay. That's really not okay. Wind Chanter, I guess I have to... oh, I already read that one. Wind Chanter, all writers are delusional. It's called imagination, so we don't feel bad. I mean, she is unable to differentiate between reality and the imagination that she has. You know? Oh, yeah. And the transphobia towards Christine, even amongst trans people sometimes, is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Like, there are a ton of people who, and I guess I need to bring this up. It's sad to bring up, but I need to bring this up if I'm bringing up Christine Chandler and Sonichu. Christine is constantly misgendered at this point by people who are like go on the subreddit to talk about Sonichu, and no one genders her correctly. No one takes the fact that, like, she is trans and is transitioned seriously. And I get it. I understand that considering the other stuff that she has going on, that you might think, well, maybe the other thing isn't, you know, real or whatever. But no. I'm not drawing that line. That's not my call to make if someone is, like, actually trans or not. If someone identifies as trans and they transition, and they're like, yeah, I would like to be referred to as these pronouns, as she. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, it's not my place. It's no one's place to try and be like, no, I'm gonna say this person doesn't count. So, and I understand, there's also arguments that, like, I'm gonna close this door real quick. One sec. There's also arguments. I saw, there's like a 5-hour Sonichu thing that I watched the other day. In case you're wondering how I spend my days. Definitely not a waste of my life. I'll show you the video. Electric Hedgehog Pokemon issues 0 through 16. This is a 5-hour, 20-minute rundown of the Sonichu comics. And in this, this person implies basically that because Christine made it clear before they came out that they didn't really understand women in the first place, that they can't be trans. And I understand what they're saying, but I don't think someone's naivete is necessarily indicative that they can't understand that there's something wrong with how they're presenting themselves and how the world sees them in regard to their gender. And I think a lot of the post-hoc stuff that Christina said, like Christine's made claims that like, oh, in a past life I was a woman and I was in Woodstock and like I have the soul of a woman and that's how I know I'm trans. Like, I understand that like from a materialistic, realistic point of view, yeah, that's kind of a weird justification, but to me that sounds like a post hoc justification. Christine is probably trans, she's trans, and presents as a woman and wants to be identified as such, and then in her imaginative mind, because like as much as you might make fun of Sonichu, she clearly has a very active imagination, she post hoc decided that it must be because she had a past life where she was like a woman who went to Woodstock and, you know, it's a whole thing. I don't think that invalidates her at all. So anyway, can you get a link to this video? Sure. It's not perfect. And again, but like, if you want to get a rundown on Sonichu, everything that's out, this covers all the issues. It's 5 hours long though. So maybe set aside a day and just learn about Sonichu. Anyway. That's enough of Sonichu for today. I'm very conflicted on covering it in general because it's something I'm fascinated with. I love Sonichu, like I said, both ironically and unironically. Ironically because it is... I would be doing a disservice to it to pretend it's not funny. It's funny, okay? It is. The lack of self-awareness makes it surreal and fascinating, but at the same time, as a piece that goes into the honest thoughts and feelings of a human being who is not what most people would consider typical, it's genuinely fascinating. So, do with that information what you will. Either way, please, you know, gender Christine correctly and everything. I don't think it's right for people to be, like, talking about her the way that they talk about her. It's pretty disgusting, and it's just a way for transphobes to be like, haha, this is someone who it's socially acceptable to, like, make fun of for being trans. And it's sick, and it's really, really gross. It's just disgusting. Everyone in that comment section was misgendering. Oh yeah, it's a huge thing amongst people who are interested in Christine. The misgendering is the norm for the community that looks at Sonichu. It's really, really gross. But anyway. Why haven't the cops done anything? What are they gonna do? She's an adult person. She hasn't hurt anyone in a while. She did hit someone with a car, and she did mace a GameStop employee, but those were dealt with legally years ago, so... but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, we'll do... Well, you want to do a Karen cleanse? Okay, we can do Karens as a cleanse. But yeah, I find Sonichu really, really interesting. And I find a lot of the coverage it to be pretty mean. Pretty darn mean. Which is why, like, I both want to cover it and explain my feelings on it, because I do think it's interesting. And I do think, in a weird way, it is a piece of art that's a springboard for talking about all sorts of issues. Whether it's talking about, like, neurodivergent individuals and how they view the world. People specifically like Christine, not all neurodivergent people, because there's all sorts of different, you know, but the environment Christine was born into and how her parents probably caused a lot of the issues she has currently in regard to, you know, relating to other people and the real world. You know, it's very, very interesting. The web culture, how places like 4chan and Encyclopedia Dramatica, like, had a bunch of, like, insane people just harassing her on a daily basis, to the point that they literally groomed a child to have phone sex with Christine. Like, just disgusting stuff. Like, Christine has done a lot of questionable stuff and is a fascinating, interesting person who is not normal. But the trolls who did things to her on a daily, weekly, monthly basis are sick. They're sick people. They really, really are. It's so messed up. Like, if you're gonna be interested in someone like Christine, do so from afar. Or if, like, you're actually going to, like, help someone, then help. But don't get into the situation and actively try and harm that person or mess with them. That's disgusting. That is so, so disgusting. Anyway, that's enough of that. Ooh, performance cringe. We'll watch a Karen compilation, then we'll get on to the rest of the cringe.
Karen's in the wild.
There is no one in the...
What happened to the Sonichu medallion? A troll posing as a fake girlfriend. This happened regularly. Trolls would regularly, with Christine, pretend to be a fake online girlfriend. And get Christine to send, like, lewd pictures of herself and stuff, and then they'd post them online. And one of these times, someone convinced Christine to send the Sonichu medallion. Let me show you what it looked like. I swear we're done in a sec. But someone asked. Oh, that's not what I want. Christine made a Sonichu medallion that was like a prized possession. Looks like this. It's not this specific one. This is probably one Christine made. She was selling them like on Etsy for a while. And that's how she was making some of her money. This is a more recent photo of her with one. I believe that's on the back. But yeah, a troll pretending to be Christine's girlfriend got her to send the medallion, and then they filmed a video of them like cutting it up and putting it in a pickle jar and setting it on fire and doing a bunch of stuff.
There's me in the store.
There's you. So you stand 7,000 feet away from me.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to do my job.
And I'm trying to make sure that I have rights. So you're going to hear that they're actually going...
Oh my god, what is with the Karens trying to go into stores? Stop. If the store has a policy where you gotta wear a mask, wear the mask or leave.
You'll make sure to hear that in the end you're the one who decided, not me.
Okay.
That's just nasty. Yeah.
Fine.
So, yep, I'll just stand right here because I'm here. I've driven 20 minutes out. I'll drive 20 minutes back just for my babies who are hungry.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, as
She's calling...
per the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
She's calling 911 because she's refusing to wear a mask. I hope the police charged her for this.
I cannot be discriminated against. I do have a right to be able to breathe O2, not CO2, and I am being discriminated against right now.
I feel that employee sigh. How is this a cleanse? Someone asked for it, okay? I don't know. Flower Girl 13 with 100 bits. Someone asked for it, okay?
At a store, so...
Are you calling to report something then?
Yes, that I am not being allowed into the store because I'm being discriminated against.
Because you would not like to wear a mask.
Discriminated against. And what store are you at?
It's called Bones and Scones, and I'm being discriminated against because I'm being told I need to wear a mask, even though I have a religious exemption right.
Oh
and
my
a
God,
God-given
no,
right to be
you
able to
don't.
breathe O2,
I thought it was a
CO2.
medical exemption.
Yes, medical exemption too. It's all under the same topic.
What is the location address?
Let's see
They have 2
here.
locations.
They actually have 3.
Okay.
It's the one on Vista Chino and Sunrise.
Vista Chino, East Vista Chino. So it's 1717 East Vista Chino, B as in boy, 3. And they close in 6 minutes from now as well. And I'm just here to buy a couple of items. So I don't know if this is going to turn into a whole long thing when I'm just here for a couple of items.
If you need them so badly, why not just put on a mask? It's so
because
easy.
I won't wear a mask.
Okay, that's your decision.
Okay, yes,
Ma'am, okay. Just try not to argue. I'm sorry. I'm going to put a
No,
call in
I'll
for
follow.
you.
There's also not one person in the store. They're about to close.
It doesn't matter. There's an employee in the store. What do you mean there's not one person in the store? You're literally talking to an employee. Employees are human beings, lady.
You know, stores are actually accommodating
Do they
people.
have a sign posted that is saying that they're...
Right here.
So
Yeah,
right now,
you can have
it
a
is
sign. That
it
still
is a
doesn't mean-
mandated-
I mean, we're a private
it is
business
a
with private
mandated
rights.
county-wide.
Right, but it's also not a law. So I could actually, so you're one of the first people that I've called 911 who actually doesn't seem to understand that in the end.
Is she calling 911 for this regularly? Arrest this lady. Misuse of the emergency line it's against the law. Is she seriously calling 911 every time like she is refused service? What a bitch. MMO addicted. I want to hire this employee to deal with BS for me. Their calm is inspiring. No kidding. Winch Chanter, this is capitalism, Hannah. Employees aren't people. Apparently.
And I'm actually the one with the rights. Even though it's mandated, it's not actually a law. It's based
I'm the one with the rights. Karen, the way rights work is everyone gets them, including the business owners who have decided you don't get to come in the store if you're not wearing a mask. You don't get to say, I have the rights. I have the rights and no one else does. No, that's not how that works.
off of an state of emergency that we are no longer in. So,
But it's currently a municipal code that is in effect.
that's okay. I mean, you can say all you want. I do know in the end I have the right, and in the end, if I wanted to sue this gentleman, I could, and I would.
So the 911 operator is now disagreeing with her, and she's like, well, I know, I could sue him. Okay, great, leave. Go sue us. Go get a lawyer. Go, please, with your probably, what, are you in an MLM too? Go sue us with your pyramid scheme money, Karen. Get out.
I'll work with Del Bigtree. I'll work with Robert Kennedy Jr. I'll work with
911 doesn't
Hall.
care.
And those are names that you might not be familiar with, but I am, and I know that everyone who calls in order to have their rights be supported, to be able to shop by being able to breathe in O2, not CO2, they're all winning their cases.
Okay, ma'am. I'm going to send an officer out to you. Can you just wait outside, please, for me?
I will wait in my truck. Here's the thing. What's going to happen is the gentleman is going to close his door because they close in 4 minutes. I drove all the way out here to purchase a couple of items. So what exactly should I do? Because
I
want to
know what happens
in,
when the cop
grab
shows
the
up.
items.
This video doesn't go that far.
He is the owner of the store. They have the right to refuse service to anybody.
He's not the owner.
Illegal. Okay. Well, they still have a right to refuse service if he's an employee there. And I am going to send an officer out to you. They can talk to you once they arrive. I have no control over if they close the store in the meantime. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so then you could just let the officer know that I'm leaving and that
You don't want us to come out then?
I don't want you to come out because all I really want is for you to support me, for me to be able to purchase a few items.
Then follow the law, bitch. then follow the law.
Okay, but I don't have control over them not letting you in at this point from the phone. And I am not able to tell them they can't close. So
Oh, are you going live too? Huh?
I'm just recording.
You're recording me? That's fine. You are welcome to do your research to find that in the end.
you want to wait
Ma'am,
I'm actually right.
to an officer?
I don't
I'm right.
care.
No, that's fine, because I am here to be purchasing items. I'm not here to be speaking with an officer who knows that in the end I'm the one who has the rights.
Ma'am, you hear
You're
them.
welcome to.
You hear me. I'm just doing my job. Can you step outside?
Yeah, uh-huh. And could you make sure that this gentleman gives me his name as well, ma'am, just through the phone? Yeah.
With my authority as a 911 operator, I demand that you give this woman your name. Is this how these delusional people think the world works? Seriously?
At least help me to get his name. If I could have your name too, because you
My name's Aiden Bearpaw. I'm an employee here at Bones and Scones.
Good. Perfect. So at least I have your name, because if I wanted to, I could take it further, and I won't.
Okay, fine.
'Cause I'm not here to do that.
Okay, have a lovely day.
In the end, I was discriminated against
Okay.
for not being able to shop at your store.
That's your narrative.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. In fact, I'll just go live too for a second.
I mean, if
So
you
let's
want to.
just- Okay. There
I'm
we
just
go.
doing my job.
And I'm just.
I
doing
have
my
rules.
job.
I will get in trouble if I let you in without a
Right.
mask. We have a lot of elderly
it.
customers. You
Right,
know,
because
it's
there are
a
no
county.
elderly customers
it
here.
really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Officer,
Aiden
could you ask her to
Bearpaw?
step away from the door? She's
Aiden Bearpaw?
making me feel
Could you
kind of
just tell me
unsafe
your
with
last
her.
Name again? Bearpaw?
Yeah.
Okay, Aiden Bearpaw. Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care. God bless
thank
you.
you. You too.
Yeah, you're such a wonderful human being.
You are too. Beautiful.
Lock. Good. These psychos. I hate them. I hate them so much. Okay, let's see what else we got in terms of cringe. Paul Sheldon fan flips out at Barnes & Noble. Who's Paul Sheldon? Paul Sheldon. Oops. Oh, he's the guy from Misery. Okay.
Paul Sheldon.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that author.
He wrote the Misery books.
Misery books. Let me see if I can find it in our system.
Yeah, you better.
All right, give me one second. Let me find the computer.
Oh, is she like pretending to be the character from Misery, Annie or whatever her name is? And she's gonna mess up a Barnes & Noble for this stupid joke? Yikes.
Sheldon.
Oh, she's gonna fake
Paul.
argue with employees? See, this isn't a funny joke, because you're actually, like, involving employees who don't know what's going on in your joke. It's not funny. Oh, okay, the Barnes & Noble knew about it? Well, that's just embarrassing in a different way, then.
telling you.
Nearby might have it.
That's embarrassing in sort of a corporate way, then. Performance cringe?
I'm sure that we'll all miss your soul.
They look pretty young. I don't like to make
nothing
fun
funny
of
about the
minors
tools of
for
capitalism.
trying to do stuff, because no one who's a minor is good at things, so... I'm not gonna make fun of kids in a band having fun. Welcome, Daddy Sume.
Stay. You stay. Okay. Go. Stay. Cuddle. Okay, cuddle.
Ooh, poor lady. Do you get points taken off for that in a dog show if the owner messes up? This is someone's fetish, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not making fun of kids.
I like to make a £10 note disappear and return again. As you see, one piece of card. We'll place the £10 note inside. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you very much. It's been my applause. Thank you very much.
Oh God, oh no. Don't involve spectators when you actually have a real knife that they're gonna throw at you, okay? Not cool. Penn and Teller have a good bit about this. I don't remember where I saw it, but basically, at least Penn was there, and of course it was Penn talking. But they were talking about basically, it would be irresponsible of them as performers to do anything that involves any real level of danger, especially if it involved like an audience member. But even if it doesn't, they're very explicit that everything they do are illusions. Even the things that look like stunts are illusions, and there is no one who would benefit from them actually endangering someone. So no element of their tricks ever involves actual danger, even if they look dangerous.
Three.
Oh!
Ay, 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 ay. Ha, 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 ha. Guys, this was this show.
Oh, can't show that. That's TOS.
So this is a bit of a warm-up for next week. I might need a bit of help on it.
I think he trips over. I think I remember this. He, like, doesn't realize there's a carpet there, and he trips over the carpet.
Here we go. Woo! Oh, Canada, oh, my native land.
Honestly, the continuing singing while like recovering, that's pretty good. He fell at the perfect time too. It was right after the "Oh Canada, our home and native land." Everyone's favorite thing, performance art on the subway. And no one is annoyed at all. Don't worry, performance artists. I'm sure your captive audience definitely loves that you're there and don't want to die. Oh, that wasn't cringe. That was just people having fun. Oh, look at these people dancing. Oh, yeah. Yep, they're having a good time, nerd. That's my least favorite kind of thing that gets passed off as cringe. Like, oh, look at all these people having a good time and not hurting anyone. Let me comment on my computer about how much they suck. Get a life. You think hardcore dancing is cringe? I disagree. It's not something I would take part in, but there's plenty of things that other people like that I'm not gonna do. That doesn't automatically make it cringe, you know? Like, they're just having a good time. If that's how they want to express themselves, like dancing to the music, more power to them. Good for them. That had to be a bit, right? That was too perfect. That's pretty funny. In before video gets demonetized because of the song. Hey, Star Wars fans, in the EU, is there ever a time where a Jedi was being stupid and accidentally opened the lightsaber towards their body and it killed them? That feels like something that would have happened in the EU at least once.
Don't give a about no unless she sucks on this dick. All this money in my pocket. Let anybody try and rob it. I'm strapped up with a rocket.
It's exploring their way of moving and how I can generate movement from those types of bodies to make a dance theatre work. But also, it's very much driven by dance.
I don't consider this cringe necessarily either. If someone wants to make an art piece that involves, like, people who are large people, fine. That's, like, their artistic intent. I don't necessarily find that inherently cringe. Maybe I experience cringe differently than a lot of people. It's like, again, with, like, the Sonichu thing, like I can recognize that Sonichu is hilarious while also recognizing that Christine is a human being, and the same with that. Like I'm not malicious about the cringe. Like, what are they're not hurting anyone. Why do you care? It doesn't really matter. Dudes spanking dudes with 10 bits. When I visited New York as a kid, me and my family were on a subway and there was a performance art kinda. Some black homeless guy started singing and then almost everyone started singing as well. I'll never forget this one lyric. Why they call it $1 when it's $1.99. What? No, why they call it $1 when it's, I guess I don't get it. Yeah. I was that kid in band. I played, honestly, this is great. This is the best recovery ever. This isn't make fun of worthy. This is just hilarious and amazing. But, like, in band, I was terrible. I played the trumpet and then the tuba, and I didn't really know how to play either, but we had a terrible teacher who never called me out on it. My hero. That kid is my goddamn hero. I wish I had like the emergency situation like brain where I could be like, okay, shit, the symbol broke. What do I do? I'll salute the flag. Nailed it. Yes. Yeah, we can watch that one again real quick because it's amazing. I want to know exactly when in this he's like, he comes, can we precisely pinpoint the second that he goes, yes, it is time to salute the flag. Right there, right here, he's about to look at the flag and he's about to make the decision. Oh, it was right in that moment. It was right in that moment where he looked and he saw the flag and he double takes. This is the moment where his mind goes, it's doing that like loading symbol, and he goes, My hero. Legit my hero.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Where did the one I wanted to watch go? It was somewhere. Karmaduck, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Karmaduck says, "Hi Hannah, hope you're having a good day. Also keep up the great work. I love how interactive you are with your chat. I've had a lot of fun in your streams. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. Thanks for watching and subscribing." MMO Addicted with 10 bits. Ladies and gentlemen, NBs and all others, we're looking at a superior candidate for president than the current two. True. I'd vote for that kid. Although it'd end up like that new Twilight, the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone episode where they elect a kid. Where was the one I wanted to watch? There was a cringe thing that was... Here we go.
But no.
So there was this show called what was it called? American Inventor. This was a show that existed prior to Shark Tank, although Dragon's Den in the UK may have already been a show because that came out first. But this was a show in the US, came out shortly after American Idol and stuff became super popular, and this sort of like, we're going to have a panel of judges show became a huge thing. I remember this show. I watched the first season, and the premise was basically, you're an inventor, come and show us your product, and then the winner, it'll actually be developed into a full product. And like American Idol, well, there are a lot of like really good ideas and really people who perfect their craft. There are also people who are on just to be lol cows, and people who like have a really bad idea, but nonetheless they get through. Shark Tank still does this, but less. But this show did it a lot, where they'd have someone with a ridiculously bad idea on, and they'd just make fun of them, basically.
Nobody has given up more than Mark Griffin.
I quit my job and sold all my possessions that I could sell and found myself in food pantries and...
Did someone post a Rickroll or something? You know the rules. And so do I.
Sleeping in a car.
That's a ban.
It's not about the money. It's about my game is going to be an Olympic sport. It's just that good.
He believes that this game he has invented is so good, it's going to be an Olympic sport. Let's see what it is.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Do we have to ban Hannah now? Yeah, that's how the stream ends. I'll just get banned myself, and then there'll never be another stream again.
And how are y'all doing today?
Good. How are you today?
I'm excited. This is my dream come true. My name is Mark Griffin, and I'm the inventor of Bullet Ball and Bullet Ball Extreme. Bullet Ball is a high-caliber table game designed for the 21st century lifestyle. Just like other sports with international appeal, such as basketball, soccer, and ping pong, it is our vision that one day bullet ball will become an Olympic sport.
Please explain how the game works.
Do you want somebody else to play against you?
Absolutely.
I'll play. I love games.
Okay, the object of the game is to get the ball past your opponent.
Okay.
By utilizing your forearms and or hands.
Okay.
Okay. My point. Okay.
The thing I don't get, because, okay, especially this show was about, products, not just general ideas, but, like, inventions that can be patented and turned into a product, right? I don't understand what would be novel enough about this to patent it as a product, right? You basically just have a circular table with these things on the sides and specific markings, and I'm not sure if the actual markings on the table actually mean anything. I don't know if you can, like, patent just a table with bumpers. Like, I don't know what about this he thinks is, like, a fantastic product. It's basically just, you know, slapping a ball across a table. I don't know.
My point. My point. That's bullet ball.
How much have you invested in this?
I had this vision 26 years ago.
What happened when you got this vision? What were you doing?
My ex-wife and I, we were sitting there drinking wine, having conversation, rolling the cat's ball back and forth across the table. The ball became faster and faster.
There's nothing funny about the
And we said, well,
tools
wait
of
a minute. If
capitalism.
we're going to play this game, we need some rules.
Mark, 26 years is a really long time.
Yes, it is.
Tell me what you have put in.
MMO Addicted depends on the country and the whims of the patent gods. I've seen simpler things patented. I've heard some very, very strange, because there's so many patents filed in the US every day, and the patent office is understaffed, so I've heard some pretty crazy stuff getting patented. Basically just rubber stamped. I think the cat's on the, Lupine is on the outside of the door. Let me, see if she wants to come in.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
I'll just leave the door open in case she wants to come in. Took me 26 years to carve this table. Dude spanking dudes, you missed bit message. Oh, sorry.
There's nothing funny about the tools
There's
of
actually an
capitalism.
art in Japan that is all about making useless inventions. Let me take a look at the link. Chindogu. Probably mispronounced. Chindogu. Characterized being the invention of ingenious everyday gadgets that seem to be, ideal solutions to particular problems, but in fact cause more problems than they solve. Are there examples? Let me see if I can find like a video or a picture of something like this. Okay. Butter stick. We have a shoes with umbrellas. Okay. All right. I got you. Telescope glasses. All right. That's fun.
Nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Did you see guy in Delhi patented the PlayStation 5 in India before PlayStation could, and now they're having trademark issues in India? I did see that. That's hilarious. I always find that kind of thing very, very funny when it's against like a giant mega corporation. They'll probably end up settling with the dude and paying him a bunch of money. And honestly, he kind of deserves it. Come on, PlayStation, you didn't... You'd think they would have, like, trademarked PlayStation 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know, in, like, every country possible, just for safety. They probably will after this, actually.
Into this game over those years.
Oh god, did I miss another bit message? I apologize. The concept of having a floating arrow pointing you in a direction is patented for video games, so this is easily patentable. That's ridiculous. Also, Namco, I think, owned the concept of having mini games and loading screens for quite a while, which was also stupid. MMO Addicted with 10 bits. Oh yeah, it's funny until they find kidnapping his family and torturing them into submission cheaper than paying them. I always do wonder, how much murdering and general illegal stuff do companies pay to have done for them? Like giant multinational corporations, like Coca-Cola or Sony, or, you know, any giant Fortune 500 company. They must murder people on occasion, you know?
Where are you now?
I quit my job. I decided that, you know, 80% of inventors take their invention to the grave with them. And I decided that that was not going to happen to me. I've sold all my stuff, traded my Saab in for a 92 Volvo station wagon with 300,000 miles.
This guy ruined his life over a terrible game. Like, did none of his friends be like, hey man, like, this is fun if you want to play it, but like, don't do. MMO Addicted with 10 bits. I mean, a murder around here is around 2,000 to 10,000 grand a pop, depending on quality. Don't ask how I know this. Okay. MMO Addicted with 10 bits, not grand, just $2,000 to $10,000. Yeah.
Sold my wife's wedding ring, loaded everything up into what I could get in that station wagon, and drove to Chicago.
If you sold everything, what do you have now?
I have Bullet Ball. I don't even have a home to go back to. We're staying in my car.
Mark, what would happen if we say no?
You don't understand. All my life, I felt like I needed to do something, take the risk, and do something for myself. This ideal is mine. This is my dream come true. It
This
will
is in like
happen.
2006,
It was destined to be.
just prior to it, early 2000s.
And we're going to make it happen one way or the other, and that I guarantee, yes.
My personal thing from me to you is you can lose everything, but whatever you do, please don't lose your mind, because you're not going to make it with this.
Oh, absolutely. I totally disagree.
It's not going to happen.
It will happen.
It won't happen.
I'm telling you, it will happen.
Go get your life back. Go get a job.
I have my invention, and I'm telling you, Bullet Ball is going to be a success.
I think it's a dream, and I hope it becomes reality, but I don't think it will. I'm going to say no.
There's nothing funny about
I'm a game inventor.
capitalism.
I've invented games. I've sold games. I mean, I'm seriously looking at the gameplay here, and it's nice. I played it. I'm sorry, I have to say no.
I'm afraid that you're reliving a great moment in your life, and you're trying to relive it, and I hope it doesn't destroy you. I'm really worried about that, but I'm gonna have to say no. I'm sorry. Mark, please, think about this.
You told us that you've given 26 years of your life to this game. I think that's more of a life than a man can give to a dream. Please get your life back. I have to say no.
No from all four.
There's nothing funny
This
about
is,
the tools of capitalism.
you don't understand.
It's become a bit of a thing. Senior Olympics 2012. He also has a YouTube channel. The Bullet Ball Story. Endless Dreams, the Bullet Ball Guy. Oh, that's just sad. Okay. Let's see what this article says. This article is from, does this have a date on it? I don't see a date. Bullet Ball is the new therapeutic table sport by Inclusion Sports that allows people with disabilities to play competitively against those without disabilities. It can be played either standing or seated, indoors or outdoors, by individuals of all ages and varying levels of upper body mobility. Two players at opposite ends of the table push a ball back and forth across the table using their arms or hands. The height of the bullet ball table allows for a standard wheelchair to easily maneuver underneath, and the side rails prevent the ball from rolling off the table, as well as providing opportunities for strategic play. Mark Griffin and his ex-wife Dolores Griffin created Bullet Ball in the mid-'80s as a hobby and played among friends and family during weekends and vacations at events like summer picnics and parties. They designed Bullet Ball to be played comfortably and competitively, with each player deciding for himself if he will sit or he or she will sit or stand to play. Similar to table tennis, the objective of the game is to return the ball to the opponent's side of the table, which is distinguished by color, see photo. The first person to get the ball past his or her opponent scores. However, instead of using paddles, players use their forearms or hands to hit the ball either directly towards their opponents or into the side rails. Dudes spanking dudes with 10 bits. Speaking of investing, my brother invested like $10,000 into Bitcoin only for it to turn out that the company he purchased it from is a scam, and he lost all his money. Also, my brother is now making an effort to call me David, so yeah, I feel bad for him. Oof, that sucks.
These children's futures.
Oh, come on, Edna. We both know these children have no future. Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
When Bitcoin started becoming a thing, I still spent all my time on the internet at that point. And I was young, and I was like, I should get some Bitcoin just in case, and I didn't. And I regret that. But it's one of those things, you know, you can't predict. Even though I think Bitcoin is honestly worthless, just as like a grift to get money from other people, fine. I did make a little bit of money on Bitcoin. I made about $500 at one point. But that's about it. Because at one point, I did get some Bitcoin from some website later. It was already relatively high at a certain point. And I got some free Bitcoin from a website and got some other ones, and then I held on to it and forgot about it. And then I saw a news article that's like, Bitcoin is at a high. And I was like, oh, I had some Bitcoin. I should go look. And I made like a $500 profit. So, like, sometimes you just get lucky. Just go into penny stocks? No, thanks. I'm good. Okay, so now they're marketing it as like an accessible game.
When I was first introduced to the game at Access Chicago, I was hooked. The game has simple rules, but very quick pace, which made it a great deal of fun. I love the fact that I can compete with able-bodied players on a level playing field. I recommend Bullet Ball to anyone able-bodied or not.
I hope he made some of his money back. I really do. I feel bad for people who, like, have a dream that's, like, out there, but it's just really not gonna work, but they're really committed to the dream, you know? What else do we have? What's this?
I've just phoned the bank and I've been speaking to them for about half an hour, and all the money that's coming out of my account is being spent on Fortnite.
On this episode of Stupid Ass Criminals, we have
MMO Addicted with 10 bits. It's a huge speculation bubble, which is marvelously bonkers. It will burst sometime, and then we'll have a little suicide jump like during other crashes. It's just a matter of time. But the time to buy it is over now. Yeah. I got lucky. I got very lucky. Oh, shoot, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
have a young man in prison for stealing $500 from his mother for a video game.
Yikes.
Honestly, I don't understand what you're thinking when you steal from your parents. How do you expect them not to find out? Everyone has an app that says when...
I need to get a better YouTube voice. Hey guys, do you want to talk about this topic? A kid stole $500. This stupid idiot. Cringe, am I right, fam? I'll just start talking about like that. That'll be good.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Daddy Sume with 10 bits. I'm gonna start streaming next week, and then when I get my new headset, hopefully my laptop will handle it all right. Nice. I hope your stream goes well. I'll try and pop in.
There's nothing funny
MMO
about
Addicted with 10 bits. Super wholesome nostalgia cleanse. Okay.
So I see that when you buy the Macintosh 600, you're just buying this right here, and you put stuff with it. Absolutely.
He's buying a computer from the Soup Nazi. Tell me this guy doesn't look like the Soup Nazi, and I will call you a liar. Soup Nazi? Guy he's buying computer from. Soup Nazi? Guy he's buying computer from.
60 meg hard drive and 4 megabytes.
Better bring a Rickroll so the war can begin. I don't know if I want to turn this Cold War hot.
Has the extended
and
keyboard
a laser
also.
printer. She wants a laser printer.
Okay.
But the laser printer isn't Macintosh.
You can get a Macintosh laser printer, sure. It's called the Apple Laser right now.
$1,900 just for this? $1,900 just for this?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Look at this TV. Oh boy, this was probably a big screen TV back in the day. 94, they had bigger ones. They had like rear projection TVs, I guess, but... You're hot, I'm hot, it's already a hot war. Whatever you say.
This
comes with a mouse and keyboard.
And I gotta buy the
Antipodian
printer.
Squid with 10 bits. Oh, this happened with my nephew accidentally. He was really young and my sister didn't have appropriate protections in place, no password for her cards, etc. And he was playing games on her phone when he was like 5, 6 years old and just wanted more stuff for his games and didn't know what he was doing because he couldn't read. Her next phone bill was over $400. When I was a kid and I started texting, this was before unlimited texting was just like a given, you know, with basically every phone plan. So the text messages were costing 10 cents a piece, and I was texting with friends constantly. So we got the phone bill, and it was like $600. And my dad was really, really mad.
The keyboard, oh, it comes with a keyboard. And I gotta buy the printer, and how much is a laser printer then?
They're around $7.99.
$7.99 for a laser?
Mm-hmm.
Is this better?
This is $19.99.
This is
well,
better.
You know, it has a faster processor. This is the 68030 chip running at 32 megahertz.
And you got to buy the you know, the thing to put the disc in separate too?
No, actually, it's right here, built in. This does come with a version. It's called the 600 CD, and it comes with a built-in CD-ROM.
So in other words, the guy's got to do a lot of thinking what he wants.
Fortunately, somebody.
So you can buy speakers for it too?
Uh-huh. Put them on, saved them to the hard drive.
You mean you can take a movie and they'll put it on the hard drive and you can show it back?
Playing a movie on my computer? It's the future!
Oh, come on.
Yeah, there it is right here.
You guys will cut it all out.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm thinking seriously about it. Only I'm gonna also need an instructor to go along with it. See how
There's
that
nothing
works.
funny about the tools of capitalism.
It was crazy for the time. Oh, I remember. Not exactly 1994, but I remember like late 90s and early 2000s computers a little bit. This was the year I was born. I was born in 94. I have a cut on my chin if you guys haven't, I don't know if you can see that.
Presumably that's Gothic.
Baja and I were wrestling yesterday and I accidentally cut my chin with my nail.
$399 for, what was it?
$13.99 for the CPU, the keyboard, and the mouse.
Okay.
And then the monitor runs for about $384 as it is.
The Apple has been advertised as the most adaptable to kids and stuff
It is.
as well.
It's the easiest, the most user-friendly.
It's basically the most user-friendly.
Yeah, you're all wrestling. No, we were literally wrestling, goddammit. We were literally like play fighting. How dare you? If we were banging, I would say we were banging, okay? Do you think I would be coy? Antipodian Squid wrestling.
Friendly from the standpoint of what it can or cannot do. If you're going to be doing a lot of DOS, I don't recommend the Apple. Okay, go to an IBM. It's much better for you to stay with the system you're going to be using.
Right. But how about the kids?
See, my
The kids are very easily, you know, they adapt.
Oh, sure.
Kids,
Much easier than we do.
Yeah, we have kids that come in 4 or 5 years old. They've seen Macintosh at school. They jump onto an IBM and they find things quickly.
Yeah, so if it were you, which would you?
Well, first off,
go
I'd want to know
Macintosh?
is what type of programs are your husband using right now?
Stopped
or
kink
is he
shaming
using
Hannah,
it
maybe
at all?
chased wrestling
From
is
a
their
business
game.
standpoint, the IBM
It's not
still
actually.
has more of a stronghold. Not necessarily from what it can do, but from what most people in society are using. They're mostly using the IBMs.
You're going to have to be compatible with other people that are doing the same thing.
And what you?
If you
Does
go,
this person post like regular content like this? That's pretty cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, director and producer Michael Bay. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Joe.
Good afternoon,
Thanks, Joe.
Michael.
How is everyone today?
Looks like it's a Samsung conference talking about probably their new TVs.
My job as a director.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to use my platform for good here. Do not buy a Samsung TV. I've owned 2 Samsung TVs. They sucked. They put ads in the menus. They crash pretty consistently. Don't buy a Samsung TV. My most recent TV purchase from 2 or 3 years ago is a Sony TV. It's so much better. The interface is nicer. It doesn't ever crash on me. It's great. Don't buy a Samsung TV. They suck.
Is I get to dream for a living.
Michael, you know, you're known for such unbelievable...
Samsung Smart TV. Like, all TVs are smart TVs now. I think it would be a concerted effort to try and find a TV that isn't a smart TV. MMO addicted with 10 bits. Your TVs have ads in the menus. When did that start? I bought my TV, last TV, like 6 years ago. Yeah, it's very, very stupid. Like, even if you bought an old TV, sometimes they're updating them. Like, TV with ads in menu, Samsung. Yeah, you spend $2,500 on a TV, and then they have ads for stuff. It's disgusting. Like, really? My thousands and thousands of dollars don't give you enough money that you have to run ads? It's ridiculous. Luckily, people have figured out ways to, through like their router settings, block the addresses that the ads come from, and that's nice. Like, the movie ones and the TV ones don't bother me too much, because at the end of the day, it's a TV, and I get like, oh, check out this movie or that movie or whatever. But like, they're advertising stuff that's not even that, and it bothers me. I don't know. We live in a society. True.
Action. What inspires you? How do you come up with these unbelievable ideas?
I create visual worlds that are so beyond everyone's normal life experiences. And Hollywood is a place that...
You know, like cars that turn into big robots. Much creative. You didn't even invent that, Michael. You didn't even invent the Transformers.
Creates a viewer escape. And what I try to do is, as a director, I try to...
I feel bad for him here. You can make fun of Michael Bay's filmmaking. You can make fun of, you know, the movies. That's completely fine, because that's the art he makes, and it's completely fair to criticize someone's art, as long as you're not doing so just to be mean, like doing so constructively, or even doing so for entertainment like some people do. Lindsay Ellis has a good series on Transformers called The Whole Plate. It's pretty good. But I feel bad for him here. Like, just because he's a director doesn't mean he's a good public speaker, and he's clearly made very uncomfortable by this, and he's, like, self-conscious, and it's sad. I don't has Michael Bay ever done anything that makes me hate him as a person? Not that I know of. Maybe he's transphobic or something, which isn't great, but nonetheless, this is a very human moment where he's, like, he can't get his words out right, and it's sad.
The type is all off, sorry, but I'll just wing this.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, we'll wing it right now.
He made those racist cars. That's true. That is true.
I try to take people on an emotional ride, and
that's true. And he does. I've heard he does some pretty yikesy stuff with Megan Fox, and that's true.
The Curve? How does it? How do you think it's going to impact how viewers experience your movies?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Michael Bay for joining us.
Oh, God.
So,
I wonder if they got their money back from Michael Bay, because clearly they were paying him to be there. I wonder if they got their money back for that. Oh god, no, no, no! We gotta do a whole cringe stream of pickup artists sometime. They're awful. Stop! You violated the law! Now that Microsoft bought Bethesda, could they get one of their other studios to remaster Oblivion, please? I understand Bethesda's busy working on Starfield or whatever, but boy, do I want to play Oblivion, but with better graphics. Oblivion's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. I've never actually played Morrowind. I've heard it's good, though. There's a full Oblivion map modded for Skyrim. I know, I don't want a mod, though. I want a full remake done professionally that's done as a released product. Did Star Citizen ever come out? Last time I heard that they got like $100,000 for a ship. I think you're mishearing. I think the most expensive ship bundle they ever had was $30,000. But no, Star Citizen has not come out. In fact, just yesterday or the day before, Chris Roberts, the head of Star Citizen's development, basically the CEO of the company.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
People were complaining that there wasn't information coming out about Star Citizen. Ooh, you know what? I'll just look it up. Subreddit drama. My favorite subreddit. I like drama. Let me see if I can find the creator of Star Citizen. I had one of the... it's stupid internet points. But I had the second, like, biggest starting thread or something like that. There we go. Yeah, isn't that bad? Okay, stupid internet points that don't matter aside. Let me see if we can... Let's look at some of this stuff. I'll just read this, because this is some pretty cringe stuff coming out of Star Citizen. The creator of Star Citizen makes an appearance to admit that a major game component has been delayed again, that he won't announce a new release date. Star Citizen isn't happy. I know there was a Star Citizen post here a few days ago, but this is an entirely separate topic, this time directly related to the game's development and release strategy. As a bonus, it involves the game's elusive creator, Chris Roberts. First, some background. Star Citizen is a complicated beast, to say the least, and something many outside is bizarre, isolated bubble in the gaming community may not know is that it's actually 2 games. Well, kinda. When Cloud Imperium Games, CIG, headed by Chris Roberts, originally announced it back in 2012, Star Citizen was 1 game with many parts, a single-player component called Squadron 42 among them. Many years later, development has taken many twists and turns, and people now generally regard Squadron 42 and Star Citizen, called the Persistent Universe from here on out to avoid confusion, as 2 distinct games. In this paradigm, Squadron 42 is the single-player game, and Persistent Universe is the multiplayer game. There was a lawsuit about this number of games issue, but it's too complicated to get into here, and it was settled anyway, so there were no real formal conclusions to be drawn. Some Star Citizen followers are primarily or exclusively interested in Squadron 42, some are primarily or exclusively interested in the Persistent Universe, and some are interested in both. Thank you to Illinvillain23 for following. As development has gone on, the community following CIG's work has come to the consensus that CIG's ultimate strategy will be to release Squadron 42 first and to attempt to market it heavily. The hope would be that the completed Squadron 42, the single-player game, would draw in a fresh wave of new customers, i.e. people who just want to play a shooty space game and not have to deal with a bunch of drama during development, and inject a bunch of cash into CIG. Then, flush with cash from their first game, CIG would be able to continue development of the persistent universe and eventually release it in its completed state as their second game. For this reason, CIG has publicly stated that Squadron 42 is currently the main focus of development. Disappointingly slow development in the persistent universe is typically attributed to Squadron 42 eating up development resources. Even farther back from this, if you're not aware, Star Citizen was a crowdfunding campaign, started in like 2012 or 2014. No, it would have been 2012 because the original release date was 2014. And they wanted something like $2 million to make this game, and it was supposed to come out in 2014. The game has now raised over $300 million, which makes it the most expensive game development budget of all time, and nothing has come out. I mean, they have like a little pre-alpha game demo you can play, but the game is nowhere close to done. This thing is a huge clusterfuck. And not only that, but they're selling people ships for real-world money, half of which aren't even in the pre-alpha demo. They're literally just pictures of starships that they say we're gonna put in the game eventually. And they're selling them anywhere from $5 to your starter ships, to $100 to your mid-range ships, and then all the way up to like $3,000 for your giant ships. Definitely an unusual situation. Where things start to get stranger, though, is the fact that Squadron 42 is the most secretive part of Star Citizen development. The persistent universe, though, far from complete and subject to its own controversies about the pace of development, is currently playable by the public in some form. Squadron 42, on the other hand, is not currently playable to anyone outside of CIG, and the company only speaks of it sparingly relative to the persistent universe. The ostensible reason for this is the absence of information is that CIG wants to make sure that Squadron 42's story is not spoiled to prospective buyers. Some observers suspect that the real reason for the secrecy is that CIG is embarrassed about the game's progress and is hoping to buy time to improve the game before showing it off. The overall situation is that the game component upon which CIG is supposedly devoting the most resources and making the most progress is the one that the public knows the least about. Squadron 42. Squadron 42, by the way, is starring actors like Mark Hamill and, oh god, why can't I remember his name? He's the Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight movies. Very well-known actor. Has a bunch of A-list actors all acting and doing mocap on their own characters, so it's very, very expensive to make. Gary Oldman, thank you. Squadron 42 has been receiving even less public wait, did I already read? No, okay. Squadron 42 has been receiving even less public comment from CIG in 2020 relative to previous years because the company stopped updating a weekly roadmap of development tasks early in the year. A good rundown of the roadmap issues is available here, and then there's a hyperlink. If you're interested in more details in the absence of other information about Squadron 42 in 2020, CIG announced that they would produce an update video to show the current stage of the game. It's been several months since this announcement, and a video is yet to be released. CIG claimed 2 months ago that they did produce a video, but it had, quote, audio issues, so they decided not to release it to the public. The fans generally didn't buy the story, quote, dog ate my homework letter. That brings us to today. Squadron 42 has announced and missed many release dates, 2014, 2016, etc. But the most recently projected date was for the game to enter beta in the third quarter of 2020, i.e. be in the final stages of polishing. Given that we are now in the fourth quarter of 2020 and the game is not yet out, many Star Citizen communities started to wonder about the status of Squadron 42. In recent weeks, some fans have speculated that Squadron 42 was actually already in beta, but that this had not been announced for the public. Others speculated that further delays would be announced. It became something of a meme to simply post, "What's up with Squadron 42?" on Reddit or the CIG forums in an effort to get any sort of meaningful response from the developers. Turns out that the outcry in the community was enough to earn a response from the head of CIG himself, Chris Roberts. Roberts made a post about the status of Squadron 42 in CIG's own forums today. Let's take a look. So this person, Bobblenator, posts, Squadron 42 is currently 6 years behind its original delivery target. Over recent years, there have been little communication on updated delivery targets for Squadron 42. The last information available was the estimated Squadron 42 beta in Q3 2020 on the now abandoned roadmap. That date has now passed, and there has been no communication on whether Squadron 42 has entered beta. As it stands, the community has completely divided opinions on the expected release date of Squadron 42, with opinions varying from that Squadron 42 is currently in beta to it being 5+ years away. This is a game that was supposed to come out in 2014. You stated in the pledge, we, the developer, intend to treat you with the same respect we would give a publisher. You will receive regular updates about the progress of the game. Given the massive uncertainty on the progress of Squadron 42 within the community, do you feel as though you have been meeting this objective? Chris Roberts then posts, tomorrow we'll be launching the inaugural episode of The Briefing Room, a show focused on just Squadron 42, which we are planning to do every quarter, 3 months until Squadron 42 releases, where we will address some of this. The fact that it was supposed to go into beta last quarter, and now they're saying every quarter moving forward, we will have this show called The Briefing Room to talk about it, implies to me that the game is not going to come out anytime soon. You don't plan a quarterly recurring show to talk about the development of a game that's just around the corner from coming out. We haven't been happy with how effectively we've been showing progress on Squadron 42, as we felt the previous format didn't do a good job in communicating just how much work is going on. The new roadmap format, which we've been working towards on, and since we announced we would be changing it up, will do a much better job in showing what people are working on at any given time, as opposed to just focusing on deliverable features. I previously discussed our thinking in, and there's a link. Squadron 42 is a tricky project to communicate on, as we don't really want to give the experience and story away, which can make updating on certain content or features challenging. I find that to be absolutely complete BS. There are tons of games that talk about how far along they are that don't spoil the game itself. Like, look at Cyberpunk 2077. They were quiet for a long time. And by the way, that wasn't a crowdfunded game. That was a game made by a private company. So technically they don't, like, owe anything to the consumer base in terms of letting them know. But Squadron 42 and Star Citizen as a whole, Chris Roberts made a pledge that he would treat the crowdfunding people like they are his boss, and he will give them updates just like they are the corporate overlords that are funding the game, because that's basically what they are. However, it's not even being as open as a game like Cyberpunk 2077, which was not crowdfunded. It was made by a private company on their own dime, and yet they still have, you know, the Night City Wire things that are coming out. They've had videos in the past talking about the development of the game. It's ridiculous. We do give regular updates on Squadron 42, even though we haven't updated the Squadron 42 roadmap since the beginning of this year with the monthly reports. The most recent one was earlier this week, and then there's a link. We also occasionally have content or feature updates on things that will be in Squadron, as we did with the new Vandal ships in the Inside Star Citizen episode Enemy Mine, which is just they talked about a ship variant. Because again, they're selling ships and ship variants for real-world money for a game that isn't out yet. We also communicate way more than any other developer or publisher than I am aware of in terms of work and progress on Star Citizen, which is the game the pledge was referring to. We have multiple video shows per week, lore updates, developers regularly engaging in the forums, have a weekly newsletter, as well as regular monthly reports. And many of these are vacuous and actually say nothing about what's going on with the actual development of a game that's 6 years past its original release date. I don't think the issue is whether we treat our community with respect, as that is the core tenet of the entire company, or lack of communication. It's different people want communication in different forms. Some want in-depth, long, talky videos. Some just want the sizzle videos with pretty graphics. Some people want huge technical treaties on server meshing, and others just want explain like I'm 5 versions. And finally, a lot of people just want to know when a feature or the game will be done. I think that's basically what they want to know, Chris. They want to know when the game will be done. If you could tell them that and be honest, that'd be cool. And I think that's the crux of the issue. It's impossible to please all people all the time, and with a project as complicated as Star Citizen or even Squadron 42, it's impossible to have ironclad dates due to the huge amount of ongoing R&D. Ongoing R&D! It's a game that was supposed to be in beta 3 months ago. And I don't like the characterization of, like, we can't please all the people all the time. Chris, no one's pleased. They want to know when the game's coming out. You're 6 years past your due date, bud. Gotta stop saying bud. So yes, I do feel like I have been meeting the pledge. Does that mean we can't improve? No, we can always improve, and if you follow CIG and Star Citizen closely enough, you'll notice that we are always trying new things and tweaking existing processes, both in our development approach and structure and how we communicate and share information with all of you. The new roadmap will be part of this, as will the briefing room. Basically, people are like, we want to know when Star Citizen's coming out. And Chris Roberts said, F you. We give you plenty. You should be happy. So back to the Reddit post. That brings us to today. Squadron 42 was announced and missed many... Oh, already read that. Sorry. Turns out the outcry in the community was enough to earn a response from the head of CIG himself, Chris Roberts. Roberts made a post about the status of Squadron 42 to CIG's own forums today, which is what we just read, saying that he felt the community should be satisfied with what they already know about Squadron 42's progress. This is effectively a dismissal about the concerns that the game is in trouble or that the fans are getting misled. When pressured further to provide a new date for the game's release, Roberts replied to say that Squadron 42 will be done when it is done, and that CIG still have a ways to go before they are in beta, refusing to provide the dates to hold CIG accountable. This disappointed both the people who speculated that the game would be out very soon and those that were at least hoping to get a new estimate when it would be released. In recent years, it is rare for Roberts to interact with fans directly, and this is on a topic of great interest, so people took notice. Unfortunately, little of the attention was positive. MMO-addicted Star Citizen will come out when that which sleeps comes out. Never. Let's look at some of these, too. Then we have some posts from different people. So this guy on the Star Citizen subreddit, which, by the way, if you go there, oh boy, does the Star Citizen subreddit tend to not like anyone to be critical of how the game is going management-wise. So this guy says, I'm in the process of fading out. I am in with 5K, but that money might be gone for good. I knew that might happen, and unless something amazing happens tomorrow, I should come to terms with that. He spent 5,000 real-world dollars on this game that doesn't exist yet. Depressing. A lot of people just really are bad with money. Daddy Sume with 10 bits. Remember that the last guy who said when it is done? Yeah, he also said something about making everyone his bitch. I wonder what happened to that guy. I'm actually not sure who you're referring to. This is on the Cringe stream because some of the responses are so cringe too. This person, in response to the 5K guy, says,
funny about the tools of capitalism.
Dai Katana, I'm not familiar with who that is. Rithfung says, hey, people keep saying you guys are fools, but I understand. You pay because you believe in the dream. Just not every dream comes true, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was so close to pay this instead of Elite Dangerous. I know it's not much a cheer up, but you should try Elite later next year, saying from another space game dreamer. Buying into the dream, aka just giving your money to someone who has no reason to actually provide you with a product. Like, come on, guys. Come on, this isn't a dream, it's a video game. Lies, deceit, and more lies pushed with empty promises. True. Daddy Sume has a link to the thing that was being discussed. Okay, we can watch that in a little bit. So nice to see that after 7 years that he took my money, he still finds the words to be passive-aggressive with a simple response. And then this guy says, this guy is a master of not really answering the question. 6 years late and missing another date without much of an explanation is pretty poor. I know I'll be touching some nerves here, but back when the original Kickstarter happened, they gave an estimated completion for 2014. More time has passed since that missed date than has passed between the original pledge campaign and the estimated release, and we aren't close enough for the trailers or a beta. Either they outright lied to get us invested, pretty sure that's illegal, or they have no idea what they're doing in terms of managing a product. My money's on that one. I have every faith the game will eventually come out. I don't. But it'll be too late. I expect another game to come out building on either ED or Squadron's tech to fill the niche gap in the market, which will make Star Citizen or Squadron 42 obsolete. Elite Dangerous already exists, and they're adding like ground exploration in the next update. Star Citizen is a depressing thing to look at because so many people have bought in. So many people. Anyway, Squadron 42, I think, is much more likely to come out than the Persistent Universe version of Star Citizen, because Squadron 42 is a single-player game, right? Once you have the planets and the assets done, and you already have performance done by the actors, which they did back in, like, 2013 or something, they just gotta put it all together. Like, I think it'll be probably a Duke Nukem Forever situation, where it's not very good and it's gonna feel very dated because it's a game they've been working on for almost a decade. But nonetheless, it might come out. It'll probably disappoint a lot of people, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who enjoy it, and I'm happy for them. Whatever. The Persistent Universe, though, I have no hope for that. I have absolutely no hope that that's gonna come out. I played Duke Nukem Forever. It felt like playing a game that was 10 years old. Like, if Duke Nukem Forever had come out at its original release date, people would have probably been like, okay. It's an average, you know, shooter or whatever. But it came out like 10 years too late. It was so dated, the shooting mechanics and the level design and basically everything. So that's enough about Star Citizen for today. I'm sure there'll be plenty of updates in the future, and I'll continue to cover it sporadically. Funnily enough, whenever I make a video about Star Citizen, by whenever I mean the one I did before, a bunch of Star Citizen fanboys will come and downvote the video and call me an idiot for not believing that Daddy Chris Roberts is going to produce exactly what he said, even though he's 6 years past the original date and he's run projects into the ground before. Freelancer.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Guys, like, you can still think the game's coming out. It's fine. But, like, why downvote the video and shit on me just because I think that the evidence points in the opposite direction? Just saying. Anyone who's not spent thousands of dollars on ships that don't exist, go ahead and give this video on YouTube when it's cut up an upvote. Just to counter some of it. Let's balance it out. Alright, let's see what this is. This is what Daddy Sume was referencing. Winch Chanter, Hannah is here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. True, and I'm all out of bubblegum. This is from Zero Punctuation.
So in our first installment of the Zero Punctuation Guide to Retarded Moments in Retarded Retards, we discovered why, if the future of your company depends on the success of a game, you should maybe spend more than 5 weeks on it and don't build it out of Lego. This week we're going to turn to the opposite side of the same coin. We know what happens when the publisher shits the bed, but what about when the developer earns the displeasure of the hotel chambermaid? When they are given too much development time as opposed to too little, as the publisher comforts themselves with the knowledge that even Stanley Kubrick once took 170 takes of the same scene, willfully ignoring the fact that while Stanley Kubrick was a flighty auteur genius, the same behavior pattern could easily be displayed by an incompetent spod with no planning skills and an indirectly proportional ego. I speak of one of the most notorious disappointments in the entire history of first-person shooters. Jesus Christ, Yahtzee, how many videos are you gonna do on Duke Nukem Forever? No, you twat, the other one! I was slightly surprised to find Daikatana available on Steam, but even more so by the feature list. 25 glorious weapons to collect and utilize, 2 highly trained sidekicks to watch your back. I'd have said it was being sarcastic if I thought publishers had any self-awareness at all, but realistically everyone knows that its infamous reputation is the only reason this game is on Steam, and the blurb should have read, roll up, everyone come and see the freak. I was surprised that the Steam version seemed to run alright, as on launch the game was notorious for running horribly with many issues, like a paperboy with polio, but I guess some things got fixed in post. For one thing, there's an option to disable the limited save gem system, although sadly not one to make it tear itself from the game and commit seppuku on your living room floor. Anyway, I started the game and it opens with a suffocatingly boring intro cinematic written by a real go-getter who refused to let his obvious ineptitude at writing stories get in the way of writing a huge pile of story that is now going to get shoved in your face like an ether-soaked rag. I die a lot in Daikatana, or should I say John Romero makes me his bitch a lot, but on only about 50% of those deaths was I completely certain of what it was that had killed me, and most of those because it had been my own weapon. There seem to be even odds whether or not an explosive weapon will blow up in your face with every use, and the last weapon you find in the first chapter is some kind of bouncing death sphere that might as well rename the fire button to immediately destroy self. And when weapons aren't actively plotting against you, they're just mystifyingly awkward to use with you. And chances are...
I don't know anything about this game, so this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'll look into it and maybe we can cover it sometime though. If it's old drama, that's fine. That's still fun. Back to the thing that we were watching like 30 minutes ago. Keep watching it? It's too late now.
Sorry. Something tells me to talk to you. No, it doesn't.
Oh no, no, no! Walk away!
Must be someone else.
Latinos here in this country that do agree.
Oh no. Kelly Osbourne making a dumb, racist, rich white person comment. Do you guys remember this? This is bad.
That the immigration problem is a problem, and it does need to be addressed, and it does need to be fixed. Interesting.
Here comes the liberal hot take.
But
rich liberal hot take.
Making those comments, those racist comments, do not help.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's...
In the sense that, you know what? But I'm saying that there's more jobs to be... In LA, they always... They don't
Oh, I can't see.
Oh, we watched this the other day. Lady walks through crime scene. Oh.
No, they gotta go on the outside. This is all a crime scene. Yeah, he's grabbing after the victim. Watch out, ma'am, come out here. I gotta say. Oh yeah, you need to get out of the crime scene, ma'am. Please get out of the crime scene. That's what I'm telling you.
And you're touching me now.
Because you're in the crime scene and I'm asking you to stay here. Do not go in the crime scene.
And I'm doing my job. Do not touch me.
You're not doing your job.
Do not
you can do your job from right there.
Do not touch me.
You can do your job from right there. Don't go through the crime scene again.
Don't touch me
again. Then don't go through the crime scene again.
Don't touch me again.
Then don't go through the crime scene again. It's very simple. We can go back and forth all day.
Don't touch me.
It's done already. You're in the crime scene. Hands walk around free.
One of your officers, but we can deal with this first and then we'll talk about that later.
What's that? No, she's not the police. She's part of the transit authority. She has a CTA patch on.
He grabbed me.
Why?
Were
you in the crime scene or something?
I'm walking, talking, and they was telling me to assess the situation. He grabbed me and pushed me over.
Maybe you were in the crime scene. I'm not sure.
Right there, I'm not by the
They
blood,
wouldn't
and I'm walking
grab
over
you just for
talking.
no reason, though.
He grabbed me and pushed me. Clearly, it could be seen too.
Okay.
Him right there.
Do you want me to ask him why?
I want something to be done.
Well, if he tells me that you were obstructing the crime scene, we're going to arrest you.
You're not going to arrest me.
Yes,
for
we
doing
are.
My job.
Oh,
this
God.
is my job.
This is frustrating. This isn't cringe. Because if I'm walking and I'm not thinking about it and someone tells me like, hey, this is a crime scene, please step away, then yeah, I should be like, oh shoot, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But also, she's not near the actual crime part and she was making a mistake, so I feel like the cop being aggressive in the first place, not a good move. I don't like anyone in this interaction, to be quite honest.
He said, don't put your hands on me. I'm doing my job. I said, you do your job out here. Camera.
Does anyone get arrested?
He said the reason he isn't doing his show is he wants to like spend more time with his family, with his kids, right? As a childless metropolitan woman in her 30s, I can't stand why having kids is always the only reason where you can get out of whatever you want and people can't say anything. They're like, again, well, the kids, I can't have the kids. You know, like, I gotta give my cat heart medicine every night, all right? That's pretty hard. Sometimes kids need medicine, but it's a lot more difficult to hold down a cat than a kid. Babies don't have claws, and if they do, you should...
No one cares. If you want to get out of something, just say that. Just say, hey, my cat needs heart medicine. No one cares. I'm a childless person too, but like, if you have other responsibilities, just say that. You're an adult. It's fine.
Be a priest. Yep.
Yeah, I just want to remind you that Jimmy Kimmel's has a son with a very serious heart condition.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if you knew. Yeah, I know you didn't know that, but I just wanted to get that in there. So now you can say,
yikes. Oh, no.
Hey, we're gonna just talk a minute, okay?
Guy asks girl's father for courtship permission. This is from one of those cringe TLC shows about conservatives.
Hey, Michelle.
I think this is the Duggars from however many kids they're at and counting. They're, I forget, are they Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they Mormons? I don't remember. Let me see. Or just like evangelicals. They're quiverful, I know that. The Duggars. 19 kids and counting. 19 Kids and Counting, formerly 17 Kids and Counting, and 18 Kids and Counting is an American reality television show, blah, 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 blah. 9 daughters, 10 sons, all of whose name begins with the letter J. Very stupid. The conservatives in their natural surroundings. How quaint. The show focuses on the life of the Duggars, who are devout Baptists. That's what it is. They're Baptists. I knew it was some, like... It was some pretty hardcore Christian denomination.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Having this many kids is child abuse, as far as I'm concerned, by the way. Like, you cannot have 19 children and take care of them in the way that kids should be taken care of. You might be able to provide for them. There are people who are very rich and are going to be able to get their kids all the things in the world, even if they have 100 kids. But you cannot provide, like, the attention and the parental, like, love that you need to be giving to individual children when you have 19 kids. You just can't. And I know they're not all babies. I know some of them are like in their early 20s and stuff, but like it's still too many people. It's too many people all at once.
Am I invited?
Right now I'm doing auto glass, working for a glass company. Hey, Ben Seawall with Affordable Windshield Repair. I also go to college at National Park Community College. I'm in my freshman year there. Shut the door there, it's fine.
That's a little interesting.
Well, what's on your mind?
Well, me and Jess have been texting for, a while, and I was just...
We've been texting for a while.
Really appreciate her and her character and everything about her. I was wondering if we could make it official, if I could ask her to, make an official courtship.
Wow. What do you think, Mom?
Oh my god. Your child is not your property. It's not up to you.
Ben, we really appreciate you, and we think you're a great guy, and...
I tell you what, Mama, what do we have Ben ask Jessica?
Oh, I think that would be great.
Haha, how novel. What if our kid got to decide who they're in a relationship with? So progressive.
That would be sweet.
Sure.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capital.
One of the Duggar dudes assaulted like 5 of the girls. Yes, he did. MMO Addicted with 10 bits. One of my D&D characters has over 10,000 children. She is ascended to become a goddess, and the only mandate of her church is to take all that are needy in and provide for them as her children. But that's funky goddess powers and capabilities, not real life. True.
Before Ben asked to court me, we had been friends for about 5 months, and really good friends for the past month, communicating a lot and texting and all that.
I hate it.
Figured this was probably coming before too long, but I didn't know that soon.
Hey, Jess. How you doing?
Well, we've been praying and talking for a little while, and I was just wondering if you wanted to make it official and if you wanted to
There's nothing funny about the
officially
tools of
court me.
capitalism.
Yes.
Daddy Sume with 10 bits. One of my D&D characters and his ascended god of breeding and pleasure. He started an entire race, religion, and theocratic empire. D&D's wild. Oh, this is gross.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You can go ahead and give him a side hug if you want to.
Go ahead, you can give him a side hug if you want to. He had to say side hug. Not even a normal human hug. A side hug. These people are insane and they are damaging their children.
Seconds. 3 seconds, I mean.
She's gonna give that dude a hand job in the next week. I guarantee it. Logarth with 10 bits. I can't imagine that many of these kids are going to end up devout or in the church. Didn't they have an 18-plus son that left them or something? Probably. Emmo addicted with 10 bits. You may have 10 seconds of eye contact, then eyes back on the floor, you Jezebel.
A side hug would be when two people wrap their arms around each other and give each other a hug from the side.
We know what a side hug is.
A frontal hug of pushing themselves together on the front, and I think everybody can figure that out on their own.
What, bud? God, I gotta stop saying that. Hey, why does it matter? Why does it matter? People hug. People hug each other all the time. Both platonically and romantically. Like, if I hug a friend, my brain doesn't go, our fronts, where some of our genitals are. Like, you sick, sick weirdo. Why are you making a hug inherently sexual? What is wrong with you? This is from The Voice.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Bud counter when. Yeah, I gotta stop. That's a remnant of the kind of speaking that I'm trying to pound out of my vocabulary. Take your bits. Thank you, Daddy Sume. I actually like this song when it's sung by the proper people.
You wanted to. You wanted to. You wanted to. What you gonna do with that table? You wanted to. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. What's your living is upon the table? He's gonna bring on the fable.
This guy is doing, like, okay in terms of, like, just, you know, an amateur doing this. The other guy is completely dropping the ball.
I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry.
What? You're going 80 miles per hour. How long will it take you to go 80 miles? I don't know. Why do you keep asking?
I missed 2 messages. Sorry. That was a link. You need to watch this. This better not be a Rickroll, although I imagine someone checked it by now. Christian side hug.
So pay attention, it's essential. This ain't no front hug zone. You ain't that fly, you ain't my gon' stop and listen. No front hugs and no kissing. I ain't that scared to call your mama. You'll be rolling home in a coma. I got my crew, you ain't got nothing. Follow these rules, yeah, cause we ain't bluffing now. You ain't no rabbi, you ain't no priest. So rise up off me like the showbread with no yeast. Now don't use that front hug, boy. That makes it awkward. That's inappropriate now. You back up awkward cause we wanna keep our minds pure, wanna keep away from sin. That means it's you two, girl. All people all around it. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. I'm a rough rider, filled up with Christ's love. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. I'm a rough rider, filled up with Christ's love. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. We be walking like, we be talking like, we be side hugging every day and night. It's how we do, boo. This ain't no club, so don't be hating on me when I show them love. We living holy, it ain't no thing. So put your hands in the air and let that shoulder hang. I'm going global, cause you don't know me. I'm buying babies like Angelina Jolie. So quit that hugging and slow down, mama. And hit my fist like President Obama.
Denny Sume with 10 bits is exactly one black guy in the background. I didn't even think about it. You're right.
Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. I'm a rough rider, filled up with Christ's love. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug.
Rap was a mistake. Hip hop was a mistake.
That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug.
Can we go back in time and show this to the Sugar Hill gang and be like, guys, nope.
That Christian side hug. I'm a rough rider, filled up with Christ's love. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. I'm a married man. You know I can't hold hands. Front hug all day long with no other demands. But I ask for all of you until you say I do. No front hugging or PDA or your EG time is through. But some of y'all are slick, try to pull this trick. Your hug starts from the side, but soon it turns legit. So if you end up here, then go ahead and scream it. When I hug people, I leave room for the Holy Spirit. If a girl walks up with her arms spread wide, and she's front hug down without looking her eye, you better turn to the side, pat her on the back. Jesus never hugged. Buddy like that, screaming. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug.
Christianity was a mistake. Probably the more apt.
That Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug. I'm a rough rider, filled up with Christ's love. Give me that Christian side hug. That Christian side hug.
Why did they get shot in the song? It wasn't a song about anything that would get you shot. I don't know.
What is it? I don't know. I said 10 minutes and you said no, and then I said 80 minutes and you said no, and then I said 8 minutes and you said no.
80 miles per hour.
how long will it take you to go 80 miles?
What? Okay, if you're going 80 miles per hour, how long will it take you to go 80 miles?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I can't wait for this. Okay. 80. So do I like divide something?
No.
80 miles per hour. How long does it take you to go 80 miles?
Yes.
Do words not mean things to some people? Do people not listen to the words that come out of other people's mouths and go, ah, yes, those words have meanings. I know what those words mean. 80 miles per hour. God. It's not hard.
I don't know, dude. What is it?
If you're going 80 miles per hour, how long will it take you to go 80 miles?
Dude, I don't know.
If you're going 80 miles
per hour.
No, listen. If you're going 80 miles per hour, how long will it take you to go 80 miles?
Per hour?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What?
I don't get it.
80 miles per hour. Okay? So you're 80 miles per hour.
Okay.
So an hour, 80 miles.
Okay.
So how long will it take you to go 80 miles?
An hour.
Yes.
An hour?
Yes.
It'll take you an hour.
Yeah. Not 80 minutes, not 8 minutes, not 10 minutes.
Hi, me Boo! Boo love Boo toys! Boo, boo, boo! 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 Boo loves Bondi! Boo loves chocolate!
Logarth, this is me when I eat more than one edible at a time.
Boo! No! 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 Hybrid Boo have no arms! Boo! 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 Boo say thank you for watching! Oh, fan love you! Please subscribe!
Oh, hey, wait. That's not Piecewise. That's Pennywise. Does that mean that they were good with money? Whoa, wait. I'm talking about piecewise defined functions. Let's get your mind on math, people. Yes. A piecewise defined function is a function that has several different
The Ender
pieces.
92. Is it weird that when I see stuff like this, all I can think of this person's vote counts as much as mine? I think about that when I do Chud Watch a lot.
Okay. What separates these pieces? The on and off switch.
I left her speechless. You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Can I scan your magic fan as well?
Yes, every single way. I mean, how else could you possibly describe me?
Pretty perfect. Although
more
there's
than
something over
anybody.
there that I like.
Oh, that's just my reflection in the window.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Are you talking about that guy?
Yeah, that guy. Right there.
How is this cringe? They're just having fun with the person who plays Gaston at Disney. Like, that's the character. What's cringe?
Alright, I guess you did alright.
Okay. Woo!
I mean, I'm obviously much better.
Can I touch your muscles? Oh. You know what? Can I have you say something for me?
What's that?
Can you say, I'm Gaston and I'm skywalking through Neverland?
Why would I go over there?
Well, because I'm over there.
No, see, I stay right here in my village.
Okay.
See, this
Just
I have
for
all
me?
my admirers here.
Just for you know what? All our admirers would admire you more if you say that.
It's not possible to admire me more.
Oh.
How about this?
Okay.
Gaston, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Well, it is a pleasure.
I know, it's because I'm so good looking. I really am.
Thank you, Gaston.
Now, curtsy, compliment me, and be on your way.
Alright.
I didn't find that to be cringe. That's just, you know, it's someone having fun at Disney with the characters. That's kind of that's the cast member's job, is to act like the cartoon character. They're just having fun. So I guess I don't get how that's supposed to be cringe. Fighter craps all over over cage mat during fight. I don't think I can show that on Twitch. I'm certainly not going to make fun of this kid for going to BronyCon. I don't care. Enjoy the things you like. That's fine.
That a license?
But we told you he's...
That's a Sovereign Citizen video we've seen multiple times. That's funny.
Well, spending it with lovely girlfriend here.
Aww.
And speaking of which... Emma?
Oh god, I hope they say yes. This isn't cringe if they say yes, although I do stand by the fact that if you're going to do a public proposal, you need to make sure long beforehand that you've explicitly discussed it with your partner, and that your partner is like, yes, I would love a public proposal. Please propose to me in public with tons of people watching, otherwise don't do it, because a lot of people, like myself, don't like that kind of attention, which is weird considering I do this, but you know what I mean? I don't literally have a bunch of people staring at me, like, that I can see. You see me through the internet. That's a very different thing. Like, a lot of people don't like that kind of pressure and attention put on them.
Will you marry me?
That's not cringe. Guys, the people who make these playlists, it's not cringe when two people that you don't like do a happy thing. That's not cringe. What do you people not understand? These people who went to Minecon are getting married. Cringe. It's not cringe, dipshit. Maybe leave your house once a month at least and meet some other human beings and recognize that you need to chill. We're all looking at you, Hannah. That's fine. I can't see you, so it doesn't bother me. It's sad because it's cringe because I'm sad and others are happy. That's what it feels like half the time with some of this cringe stuff. It feels like there's just some 4chan loser behind a computer who's like, people having fun and enjoying things with other people? Pretty cringe, bro. Why don't you shit post on B like I do and look at Lolly all day? Cringe. It's the worst. I hate it.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking a video.
Why are you taking a video without asking us?
What?
Shouldn't you ask us first before you...
This guy's just walking into rooms for 50 minutes and recording people without their consent, and that's cool.
Video?
Oh, you seem confused.
You've been to a baseball game where the woman being proposed to said no. It's pretty sad, yeah. Which is why public proposals are something that you should know the answer to before you ask, and you should definitely know that your partner wants a public proposal.
Yeah, you're not... We have this room and you just like barge in.
Oh.
Can you leave? Dude, what's your problem? Can you just leave?
Huh?
Can you ask us why you're taking a video?
Just taking a video.
Okay, well, I don't want to be taken a video of.
Why are you so worried about it?
I'm not worried, you're just being annoying.
Look at it this way. You ever go out? You ever go to the grocery store? And now there's like surveillance cameras everywhere.
Yeah?
It's not a big deal.
Okay, well...
It's just a video. I mean,
No, you're just being annoying.
Yeah, with gender.
Oh yeah, we've seen this part before. He just goes into classrooms in a... I think this guy got either suspended or expelled for this. There was an update. But like, yeah, you can't just go and harass people during class that they're paying good money for.
Why don't we do that with Grace? Hi.
oh hey.
You were who?
Huh?
Taking our phone key
Oh okay.
is usually how that works.
No, it's
Taken care of, and I'll just ask you, please.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Showers? Optional. Food on the floor? Fair game. Naps?
Ah! Oh no!
Yes, we cannot today.
No,
This woman is-
I can't. Oh. I get it. People love their pets. I love Lupine, the kitty, and that's great. But animals are disgusting. Do not let them put their tongues in your mouth or near your mouth or any. Don't do it. Do not.
I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had...
Because you message drama channels! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have no idea what Shane Dawson is freaking out about in this video. This is Shane Dawson, right? Yeah, okay, his name's right there.
Before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of
Oh my
the
God.
conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
I claim to love drama. I'm not up on the Shane Dawson drama. I'm sure if anyone has any really good, like, succinct videos that explain the Shane Dawson drama, send it my way, and I'm sure I'll watch it. I just haven't caught up on that particular drama. I don't normally do YouTuber drama most of the time, just because I'm not particularly interested in other YouTubers or famous YouTubers most of the time. The Onision stuff I was pretty in on, but like I've never seen a Shane Dawson video, so.
Well, then why would you make a video on the matter claiming these allegations?
Because she is a fucking... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can... Fucking... Oh my god.
As a victim,
Thank you. I'll watch that after the stream ends.
Oh my god. You are so manipulative.
June 30th, 20...
You're fake crying. You are fake crying.
An hour is succinct. I should have been more specific. If you can get through a whole drama thing in an hour or 2 hours or whatever, I consider that succinct. I mean succinct relative to the drama overall. Like, I watched a 5.5 hour video on Sonichu, you know, this past week. That's succinct relative to the amount of content that was in the video. You should watch the Meat Canyon one on beauty drama. It's incredible. Okay. He made 2.5 hour video on him. Or she did, sorry. Oh, I'm familiar with Morgs. Yeah. Baha has shown me videos that she has done on Onision. Okay. I'll save and to watch later. I have a watch later playlist, but it's private, so none of you can see what I watch.
You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was molested. I have been. Oh my god. That is not.
And I made no mention of it in my video.
Oh my god.
Get off.
That's true. Baha can see what I watch.
The night before posting my video by sister,
Oh my god.
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles.
Business leaders. Excuse me.
What's up?
What are we doing here?
Oh, I'm taking a video.
I'd appreciate it if you'd go somewhere else with that, okay?
Oh, it's fine. It's just a video.
It's offensive to me. Excuse me, I'm trying to have a private conversation. Could you respect that?
And she just didn't get it.
Just a video, man.
I hear you.
Okay.
I'm having a private conversation. Would you please move?
It's just a video.
This guy, I shouldn't make fun of this guy because he's just minding his own business and the guy filming this is the asshole. I'm not trying to be mean with this comment. It's just the first thing that sprung to mind. He looks like the villain in a 90s Adam Sandler movie. Like if there was some other Adam Sandler movie in the 90s other than like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, I feel like this guy's the villain of like the third imaginary film in that series. You know?
Do you not understand what I'm saying? It's a private conversation.
All right, calm down.
Leave.
Calm down.
Leave.
It's just a video.
Fuck you. You got it? And the horse you rode in on. Jesus Christ, you had...
Stop shooting me!
Girl cheats during live stream, then blames her friend. Why cheat? I don't play competitive games like online or anything just because I'm not a competitive person in general. It doesn't appeal to me. If I do online, it's like co-op or something. Or like something like Red Dead Online where it's just, you know, like a world with a bunch of other people in it. Like I don't know, but like doesn't that just ruin the entire point if you cheat? What's the fun? Why are you having fun cheating in a game?
You motherfucker!
Aimbot. Because they want ranks? But like what's the point? But what's the point if you're cheating? I don't get it.
Hello, Sift, how are you? Oh, Dave. Oh, my bad. I'm different. Okay. Oh, snap! Oh, so we got an AFK already. That's nice. Blue's AFK. That's good.
This guy. What's up?
You're in the clear. Thank you, Alchemist. Clipped. Oh no, Eric, no! Don't do it!
Should say. 1.5. Oh.
Ah, what? They're mid. Mid. And all mid.
Going back to B.
Jumpman XO, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Dumpling Empire. Oh shit, I just saw one. Construction, watch out, purple. Oh shit, I'm scared.
I want to get to the part where she gets called out.
What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm stupid, dude!
Wow, she got killed even
Jumpman,
though
thank
she's
you
using an aimbot? She must really suck.
Very much though. Welcome to the Dumpling Empire. My name is Miss Q Gemini. Welcome. We're trying to not be a noob.
Oh my god!
Yo, you guys, do you guys ever get that that weird glitch in CS:GO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank? Because my game, I played the other day. I played the other day with Rock, and he. Hold on, Clara, give me 1 second. Clara. Wait, what the fuck? Clara. Hold on, Clara, give me 1 second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why the fuck is this on my computer right now?
She can be like, what's this? What's this aimbot program? Who installed this aimbot that I clearly activated on screen? Clara, what did you do?
Where is this? How do I close this? Yo, Rock, I need some help because I don't know what I'm looking at right now. What the f-
This is like you're 12 years old or 14 years old or whatever, and your parents walk into your room as like porn is up, and you're like, what is this? It's a pop-up! Where did this come from? All these naked people? What? How did this happen?
What the fuck is that? Hello? I need to text my friend Clara right
what
now.
a bad
She was at
lie!
my house earlier today. What the actual fuck? Yo, Rock, do you remember when fucking Clara got the fucking back ban, I'm gonna kill this girl. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm fucking done. She was here today and I was watching her. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Okay. I need to abandon this match. Fuck this girl. Just realize that in my own fucking replay. Oh my god.
Embarrassing.
Like, I'm actually just gonna uninstall this game because fuck that shit.
Good cover.
I'm not getting a back ban because of this girl.
We got a treat for you guys.
Guy at drag race event doesn't understand anything. That's pretty vague.
On the GT2? Yeah. How's it gonna go? He can go faster than me. Don't talk to him. Yeah. Just gonna get him on the launch? Yeah, and I max out about 210. What's that? I max out about 210. Oh yeah. You're not gonna need 210 miles an hour here. I got 1200 horsepower. He's got 850. You think you got it? I think so.
Ooh, is he gonna run into something? Oh god! Stop!
I wasn't ready for it. Go back down there. Okay, let's do it again. Follow me. I'll follow you. There, you follow me.
But he ran a half mile, Kyle.
What?
He didn't stop at the end.
This is a good track for that. I'm glad we're here, not somewhere else.
He blew by me at 150, and then he didn't even brake till he could probably see the cones, and then he started slamming the brakes. He drove a quarter mile past the cones.
Before he went, he's like, this will only go 210. I'm like, we don't need to go 210 here. What the hell?
And then he came in because I wasn't in turbo mode. So then he pulled up next to me. He was like talking at me. Yeah. And then he goes, let's go again. I go, okay. And then he just took off.
Whoa.
Like honestly, you know the guys that run through the crowd on accident and kill everybody?
He asked me where the staging lights were and where to go up to. Oh my god.
What is up with people just filming people to get their reaction? It's not funny. You're just an a-hole. Like, you don't get to be like, ah ha ha, I'm filming you and you're reacting, ha ha. No. They're just trying to play a game.
No.
MMO addicted, I understood nothing of that. Yeah, I didn't either, but it seems like he really was, you know, in over his head.
No. What? No. No. How come?
Go!
How come? No. Shit.
Logarth, 10 bits. Oh yeah, filming old guys playing Mahjong is a good way to end up in a dumpster or multiple dumpsters.
We're launching something special today also, just like the space launch. You all know that June is claimed to be LGBTQ month. Well, not anymore. Public Advocate has launched Take Back the Month of June project, where we are launching the LMNOP Plus movement. Here's what the LMNOP stands for. Give me an L.
Lifestyle.
Give me an M.
Mainstream.
Give me an N.
Normal.
Give me an O.
Ordinary.
Give me a P.
People.
That's the LMNOP, what it stands for. And what do we want?
Lifestyle, mainstream, normal, ordinary people. Not a great acronym, I'm not gonna lie.
Make the family.
Some people on the right are such little snowflakes. Like, oh no, there's a Pride Month? Why don't we get a month? I don't know, guys. Have you ever been arrested for being straight? Have anybody in history ever been arrested for being straight? This is satire? I hope it's satire.
What do we want?
Make the family great again.
Why not cis het, etc.? I don't think they know those words. I think if they knew those words, they'd probably have used them.
We're going to use online platforms to produce everyone to wear these hats. They say make the family great again, LMNOP. We're going to be rating states. So governors, get ready. We're going to be rating states.
Good luck with that.
Public advocate's going to ask this question. You allow transgenders to use any public bathrooms at your state capital or in your legislature? It's your state.
Damn, dude. Just trying to pee. Antipodian Squid, I mean LGBT plus people just want to be normalized as having a lifestyle of mainstream normal ordinary people. Yeah. But they can't because, of course, we're just icky. And the straight cis white people don't get, they're like, ew, gross though.
Allow public schools to push the homosexual agenda. Does your state allow public...
Who in 2020, or if this was in 2016, I don't know, who is still trying to be like, the gay agenda? I think we nailed it, guys. Gay marriage is legal. You can't fire people for being gay. Gay agenda achieved. If you guys would just shut up and stop like being weird about gay people, I think that's it. We 100% speed runned gay rights in America. Gotta start that clock when the first brick hits a cop in the face at Stonewall. And then when these guys shut their mouths, that's when the clock stops.
School transgender bathroom.
Hope I've never had issue with using a public bathroom. I have not, because I haven't tried to use the women's bathroom in public. Because I will be murdered. I just don't use the bathroom in public anymore. I don't ever go out anymore because of COVID. But even if I did, I'd really, really try not to use the bathroom. And if I had to, I'm probably wearing something like this, because I'm still too much of a bitch to go out in, like, full, like, lady mode, where I'm very obviously trying to come off as, you know, ladylike. You know what I mean? So I've never had that situation.
We're going to grade you, governors. Get ready.
And I'm very proud before the Judiciary Committee that before he testified...
Oh, God, Nancy Pelosi refers to George Floyd as George Kirby. Oh, God, Nancy.
He said to me, Madam Speaker, do you think that I can tell George's daughter that his name will be always remembered because you'll name the bill for him? And I said, well, I'll recommend that to the Judiciary Committee and to the Congressional Black Caucus who have shaped the bill. But I only will do that if you tell me that this legislation is worthy of George Kirby's name.
Oh.
And he said it is. And so we're very proud. We're very proud to carry that.
Why, man? Why?
Why not?
Why are you taking me picture, man? I'll smash it, eh? I will smash it. I will smash it, eh? Take this thing away, man. What's the hell with you? What is wrong with you? Are you normal? Are you normal? Are you normal?
Where's your wife, Roy? Where's your wife, Roy? Gracious! Yeah, you got it, you! White power! Yeah, there you go!
Remember when Trump retweeted this video of a guy in a Trump golf cart with a golf cart with Trump signs screaming "White Power" and Trump retweeted it? Good times.
Power, you hear that?
Trump, 4 more.
Lifestyle! Mainstream! Normal! Ordinary!
People.
Lifestyle! Mainstream! Normal! Ordinary people! LMNOP! LMNOP! LMNOP!
Ruth Institute, inspiring the survivors of the sexual revolution. Gay people exist around me, so I'm a survivor. Jesus Christ. MMO addicted with 10 bits of the straights, okay. The Ruth Institute, the straights have not been okay for a long time. The Ruth Institute Declaration of Unalienable Rights make the family great again. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Life, marital fidelity, family should be priorities of U.S. foreign policy. What does that mean? You want foreign policy to be about families? What are you talking about? To the Honorable Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. You campaigned on the promise to make America great again. Your Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, established a commission on unalienable rights to advise his department in its dealings with international organizations. We, the undersigned, wish to encourage you and the Secretary of State to make the family great again. Whereas, 1, marriage and the family are universal institutions for the stability of society and the continuation of the human race. Antipodian Squid with 20 bits. I saw one of the photos taking over the Proud Boys hashtag of gay man with captions, "Oh, I heard we're taking over Pride Boys." And he was wearing "Sounds Gay, I'm in" hat, and I've never seen such an appropriate usage of that phrase before in my life. "Sounds gay, I'm in" hat. Oh, I gotcha.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Speaking of mini cleanse. Yeah, we've seen this before. The lady who sees all the gross, like, the wedding is, they're forcing the man. Yeah. Weird stuff. Loyalty and fidelity are universally recognized as virtues? Sure. You can be gay and be loyal and have fidelity towards your partner. You know that, right? Children need their mother and father. Stable, loving families provide the basis for strong societies, including thriving economies, national security, and international peace. You understand you can have a family with, like, 2 dads and 2 moms, right? They've done studies on this. And kids who come from, like, same-sex parent households, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. The UN and other international organizations often work at cross-purpose to these important truths. Doubt? Making America great again requires that we make the family great again, both at home and abroad. Therefore, we urge the Commission on Unalienable Rights to work for recognition of the following fundamental rights. 1, the right of every child to a relationship with his or her natural mother and father, except for unavoidable tragedy. You're gonna force people to be in marriages together if they don't want to be? I'm sure that'll end well for society. The right of every person to know the identity of his or her biological parents. What? There's so many instances of adoption where that's not the case, and that's fine. The Flower Girl 13. I was raised by neither my mother nor my father, and I turned out fine. Yeah, people have all sorts of different situations. It helps to have supportive parents, but, like, yeah, there are people with all sorts of backgrounds. The right to life from conception to natural death. Oh, conception. They're saying banning abortion. The right of families to educate their own children in their faith, tradition, and values without being undermined by the state. What does that mean? Basically, I'm guessing they want religion to be in schools, even though that would undermine the faith or lack thereof of other groups who are not Christian. And also, I'm very curious what would happen. Like, if the evangelicals got their way, and they're like, yes, Christianity is going to be taught in public school, which would be a nightmare. But if it were, do you think they're going to stand around and start to realize, oh, Christians are all sorts of different denominations who believe all sorts of different things. Which one do we teach? It'll be bad. It'd be real, real bad. Mr. President, we, the undersigned, respectfully ask that you instruct Secretary Pompeo to use these principles as guides for the United States when dealing with the government and international organizations. Gross. Gross. Who is live that we could raid? We've been going for about 3 hours. Doon 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 doon. There's a movement in homeschooling where caseworkers have deemed abuse for not teaching the children. Yeah, homeschooling's a terrible, terrible thing. Like, guys, there's a reason that teachers go to school to learn how to teach children, because not just anyone can do it well.
in the history of the United States. Over 100 workers were killed by a combination of the United States National Guard and private security
Demon
soldiers.
Mom
Some
Alive
of whom
talking
were
about what
indeed
sounds to
Pinkertons.
be
many
labor movements. So yeah, let's raid. So thanks everyone for coming to the stream. It's a good time. I'm sure we'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow is Chud Watch, so come hang out for that. It'll be a good time. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love you all. Chat is valid. Have a good night.